A beast of a day. Sunny, 92 degrees. The record high for that date is 87. The all-time record high for March is 92. Playing with that number. Here comes cold front late Thursday night into Friday morning. Rain and thunderstorms around. Colder on Friday with a high of 52. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by the Woodlands of Arnold Senior Living. We've got 56. It feels like 51 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Woodlands of Arnold campus offers skilled rehab, a beautiful assisted living community, and a secure memory care to keep your loved ones safe. Check us out at rspseniorliving.com. That's rspseniorliving.com.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis, DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Tuesday to you. Yeah, I was just in a big meeting for like 90 minutes with my boss, and he is he's the best guy ever, and he's the absolute worst at my clock management. And Beth was in too, our news director, and she's like, it's literally 1 p.m. His show starts at 1 p.m. and he's like, he's fine. So I came running in here with my hair on fire proverbially, and there's Ackerman. I'm like, you just sit down. You sit your ass down.
Tom, you're doing the first segment.
You're not going anywhere, buddy.
You're doing this with me.
You're not going anywhere.
No, I have known Tom for a really long time, and I've always considered him a pal. But now we're boys after our little trip. That was. I said this yesterday on the air, but you probably didn't hear it. When Michael Kelly was on yesterday, and he was like, "What was the highlight of the trip?" And I'm like, "WBC." And he goes, "Yeah, it's so fantastic." He's like, and there's like even like the ride home. I'm like, no, the ride home was fantastic because I have driving anxiety. And Michael is the single worst driver in the world. Leaving every stop sign is like the beginning of an F1 race. He just floors it. And you are the best, most safe driver. And I was so comfortable and pretty high. And so the whole thing
everything slows down.
That was pretty fun though.
It was pretty fun.
Like a ride.
Yeah.
You should have tried. Yeah. You should have tried that with Michael.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, Ollie Marmol was right behind us because we left just a little early just to beat the traffic. We still ran into it because there was a 95 shutdown. He ran into it too, and so he did the same. Like, had to get off and go through Fort Lauderdale or whatever. He had a driver. I actually offered if he wanted to roll down there and then we'd take him back. I think he was good with having his driver. What if Ollie was in the car with us?
He'd have been in the back seat with Kelly's head on his lap.
But that was fun. We had a good time together, and all of it, I think, from the very beginning, being able, I heard you guys talking about it on the air a little last week with the Claves and Hancock and Kelly and the two of us sitting around the table till they basically threw us out there, like vacuuming the carpet inside the restaurant. Yes, it's 11 o'clock, guys, or whatever. But it was really a good time. I did agree. I think the WBC was a highlight, if not the highlight of the entire trip for me. And I ended up going back to the U.S.-Dominican game, but the Dominican-Venezuela game was something special.
Man.
And it really makes you rethink baseball and what that means. That crowd was not interested in who's going to win the World Series. That crowd was into who is going to win that game right there, right now, and for their country. And it was as noisy an event, let alone baseball, event that I've ever been in. When Tatis hit his home run, and there were a lot of home runs in the game, I felt the stadium shaking under our feet, and it was special.
There are certain sports and certain venues, which will go unnamed, where I feel like the energy is sort of cosplaying. Like, we don't really know what's going on, but man, are we excited. And this was pure emotion. People were just that into baseball and just that into their team.
Somebody mentioned it to me, and I don't remember who it was now, but they said that it's kind of like, you ever watch baseball games in the 70s and 80s at Yankee Stadium and other places where people are just going nuts and the cameras on them and they're waving just to get on camera. And it's almost like the US games we're all, we're accustomed to. We've sort of seen so much. I just feel like our fans are more reserved. And I heard Kevin say this on a show that, we're reactive.
Yeah.
And while they are proactive, they were going to make sure that their team won the game. And then they reacted to every out like it was the last out of the World Series. It was incredibly special. I'm not saying we take things for granted, but we've become maybe not as wild as we used to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Look, when you're
of baseball,
when you're the big dog, right? You grow up in the U.S. as a baseball fan. That's the pinnacle of baseball. We don't have the rivalries that the other countries have because they play in the Caribbean series every winter. And they have all of those rivalries between Puerto Rico and the Dominican and Venezuela. They all are rivals together naturally. We don't even have that because we don't participate in the winter ball. We don't have the extra stuff. And when you're like the biggest group on the planet, because all players from all over the world come to the United States to play in Major League Baseball, you don't have that same underdog mentality, that same us against the world, because basically MLB is the world. So what we're used to is just the whole world being in one place. And what they're used to is my country against their country.
Okay, I'm going to take advantage of Aki being here. I didn't get to hear Gas House because I was being yelled at by my boss. But I'm really interested. This is pretty in the weeds for me, but I'm really interested in the Velasquez thing. Kev, I know you haven't had a chance to talk about it on the air yet.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious because one of those things, like, as you guys know, I'm really working hard to understand more about baseball. And then when I think I do, and a decision like this happens, I'm like, back to the drawing board. Like, I really thought I had this one figured out. Like, Aki, what do you make of this?
I don't agree with the move. I would have put Velasquez on the team based on his power potential. What we saw in spring training is one thing, but also the Cardinals don't have home run hitters. So they have a couple. They have Ravon Herrera, Alec Burleson, and potentially Nolan Gorman. But here's a guy who can hit, and he could murder left-handed pitching, maybe. But I would have what I thought they were going to do. It actually surprised me. It took me off guard. I thought they were going to put Sajasi in Memphis and let him get more at bats because he missed so much time with the World Baseball Classic. Get his timing down. He had a home run late in spring, and he showed some power and some versatility. But I would let him get the at bats and then have Velasquez, who had this great spring. All right, can you do this with us? And if he can't, then you make the move. Then you bring Sajasi up. And you go from there. I didn't think they would move Fermin because he's out of options. So I thought that was, to me, not the decision, although some people believe it was Fermin against Velasquez, whatever. So when I look at Velasquez, I see that power, middle of the order, and I'm thinking, perfect. So he's going to be either in left field part of the time or regularly, and now they have another power bat. What they did was do something that is a roster decision. So they don't want to make an extra 40-man roster move because he's not on the 40-man, and neither is Weatherholt. They already activated Weatherholt, announced that he's going to be on the team, so that would make two moves. And, I think my theory, and I think that they almost said it this way, was that all along the plan was to have Velasquez compete for a spot, but I don't know that they expected that he would be the best home run hitter on the team and all of that stuff, and that Sajasi and Fermin and Nathan Church and all of these players would make the team. And then I think they thought they could just have Velasquez come up later as a minor league free agent. That's how they signed him. As it turns out, the fans are like, hey, look at this guy. And then they had to make the move they had, which was not popular. So I don't agree with the move, but I understand what they're saying. It doesn't mean that I have to like it necessarily. And I'm sure this is going to happen a lot.
Another wrinkle here, all of us, but especially those of us who played sports, and particularly those of us who played baseball, we go all the way back to Pony League like it's a tryout, and you have to be a better shortstop than Paul. And we watch that over our entire careers. And when there's what you think is a competition, and a guy clearly wins it, and then they're like, in spite of that, that's not our guy. it hits us in our schoolyard heart. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And I think that there are others also who took it a step further and said, wait a minute, how does he go to Memphis, but Jordan Walker stays on the team? Jordan Walker, who's struggling and can't get it together. And I understand why somebody would think that way also, but it's apples and oranges. He's actually a first-round pick in 2023 that they are trying to fix with Chaim Bloom's new regime, new group of coaches, instructors, and with the technology that they have now for him, they think that they can fix him, and that's why they're keeping him in the position that he is. So Velasquez did a great job in spring training, but if I'm looking at it on the other side, I'm thinking that is also spring training. So you're facing pitchers who are in the game, and you knew they were going to be in the game. You're not facing teams that are stacking right-handers and trying to neutralize you to get
but
you
even
out.
that was true for Walker, and he was helpless.
He was helpless. So that's why I thought that they would have Velasquez give it a shot in the big leagues and see what he can do against those pitchers for the first couple of weeks until Sajasi is ready. Jordan Walker's thing is completely different. Walker has been a struggle ever since, in my opinion, two things. They called him up too quickly, and then they sent him out too quickly to change his swing. And they kind of, he's up and down, and suddenly it's a thing. And once it becomes a thing in your head, it's hard to get out of it. And I don't know if he will ever come out of it. They believe that they can. They believe that they can unlock something in him. But it is a process, without a doubt, for Jordan Walker that, unfortunately, you have to kind of sit through until it works. It's not going to make or break the Cardinals one way or the other. His time will run out at some point, and they'll just come up with another guy.
Now, but to your point, Dave, the problem is as much about how things are presented as the decisions themselves. When something's presented as go compete, and the guy that wins the competition gets sent out, and the guys that sucked stay, then it wasn't a competition. You knew what you were going to do before it all started. Because Fermin stunk in the spring, and Victor Scott stunk in the spring, and Jordan Walker stunk in the spring, and Sajasi missed half the spring being with Team Italy in the WBC. So the message here is we think the only way for Jordan Walker to do the things we need him to do is for him to be with the big league staff. But the only way for Nelson Velasquez to do the things we need him to do is at AAA. And that's where fans start to get confused. Why is one guy only going to be able to show you what you need at the big league level, and the other guy can only show you what you need at the AAA level?
Because unfortunately, he was a minor league free agent.
No, I get it. I get it.
That's why.
I get it. And the reason it's why it shouldn't be a point of anger at this point is because you're in a rebuild. It's not the end of the world. If you were playing where every game could be the difference between making the playoffs and not making the playoffs, I would be pounding the table about the Velasquez thing. I just think they keep painting themselves into corners unnecessarily. Mm-hmm. They did it with they talked about roster flexibility this offseason, and then they left themselves none. You don't have room on your roster for the guy that was the best guy in camp because you signed Ramon Arias. And that leaves you one less spot of flexibility because you know that Fermin's out of options. You know that you want to get a good long look at Sajasi because he's a talented guy who might be a 20-homer guy if he gets regular playing time. And they've boxed themselves in by keeping 3 catchers. And if Herrera's gonna catch at all regularly, you don't need Pozo. Because what's he gonna do? He's just gonna catch bullpens. If Herrera's gonna catch once or twice a week and Page's gonna catch 3 or 4, are we keeping a third catcher just for one game every 10 days and in case someone gets hurt? Because now we're not giving ourselves this flexibility. And that's part of the problem here. And it's, again, not that big of a deal because you're not trying to contend. We understand all that. But you box yourself in to the point where on opening day, you can't bring the guy who actually has your fans buzzing a little bit. Well, I mean, JJ does that. But, like, fans have been paying attention. They're like, wow, this Velasquez guy is Velasquez. And now they're going to be disappointed to a degree because you've tied yourself in knots because you had to have the veteran utility guy when you already had 2 utility guys that you love. Because you clearly love Fermin. You're not going to risk losing him. And you love Sajasi, who I like both those players too. So the problem is you boxed yourself in yet again. And it's going to kind of be that way a little bit with the pitching too, because you've got a Rule 5 pick in Pashard you can't send down without possibly losing him. You got a couple other guys that are starting to run out of options. Who goes up and down when you need that relief. And I'm sure you'll find ways to do it. But that's part of the problem with it is the communication and the overall setup. But again, it's not like you should be mad about it, but it is a concern because the things you talked about can't happen because you put yourself in a bind.
You sure have a lot of players right now, and not everyone's going to be on this team here in the next year or two as they start to make a push back to the playoffs.
Right,
so you
right.
have to find out who you have. Your points made about Arias for sure. I will say about the catchers.
And if he plays, by the way, he will be playing at the expense of a younger person who's got more of a chance of being a part of your future.
Yeah,
whether that's the JC or Fermin or Gorman or Weatherhold, whoever. When Arias plays, he will be taking at bats from one of those group of players that are younger.
Right, not a bad player, but
no, he's fine.
You know, he's a better fielder than Fermin,
Yeah.
and maybe a slightly better power bat than Fermin. But other than that, he's a utility player. But I will say about the catchers, Pozo's better than Herrera right now, and you got to have Herrera.
So we have to stop. We have to stop forcing the Herrera thing.
Herrera's your best hitter, so
yes.
he's the third catcher because you have to have a position for him somewhere, and he's not ready to back up Pedro Pajes, and so you have to have Pozo. It's necessary to have three catchers, and if anyone's curious, like is something wrong with Velasquez? He's like a great guy. They all love him. He's very positive.
They said nothing but nice things.
Dugout. He's a big part of who they are. And my hope is he goes down there and tears it up, comes right back, and is in the middle of the lineup.
Not a question, a statement. And I'm going to take a risk and sound like I'm one of you guys now. But I was listening to Gas House about a week ago, and I'm sorry, to Rush Hour. And you guys were either playing sound from Ali or saying what Ali had said about Herrera catching. And basically saying, like, he's just too young to not have a position and this and this and this and this. And it reminded me, Wheels, of you saying that the Cardinals have this obsession with giving veteran players their way too often. And that's how it hit me, was that if I know Herrera shouldn't be catching, they should know Herrera shouldn't be catching. Like, we know that anytime it gets behind the plate, it goes bad for his body. And he's just too valuable to have things going wrong with his body. And so I felt like these were a couple of decisions, especially the one about Herrera, where I feel like they're going against their better judgment for some other higher goal that I don't understand.
Oh, I think they believe what they're saying. I just don't think it's right. I mean, like they will never need Herrera to be a catcher. Because you have Pajes and Pozo and Bernal and Crooks, and they're all between AAA and the majors, and Raniel Rodriguez is coming up behind them. Get him a first base glove. That can be his position. Let him share that with Burley. Burley can still play the outfield. One of them can still DH. Catcher's probably not the best thing for a guy that gets hurt a lot.
You're going to love Bernal. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah. Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you.
How was your break? It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code WAGON for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WAGON for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's WAGON.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Hi, it's Debbie Monterey with Gloria Liu, your home sold guaranteed realty. Welcome back, Gloria. You know, for years now, you've been on KMOX helping families plan their next big move with your guaranteed sold program. For those planning to sell their home this year, what's your best advice?
Thank you. My advice is simple. Do your homework before listing your home. Our market is stabilizing, inventory is tightening and moving fast. In other words, the realtor you choose to sell your home really matters. That's why my sellers love my guaranteed sale program. I guarantee to sell your home at your agreed upon price and time frame, or I will buy it myself. I have thousands of buyers in my buyers in waiting database, so your home may already been sold before it's ever hit the market. Higher demand, more competition, and more money for your home.
Friends, if you want a realtor who will guarantee results, call the one I trust, Gloria Liu, at 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888, or visit gloriahasthebuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
So, guys, the way these live endorsements work, which you guys are smart, you can figure this out, is most of my clients, I have to get to know them. I have to take what other people say in ratings or reviews for how they are at what they do. And, that's fine. I can certainly represent someone who I haven't used in the past. But with Bethesda, this one is really unique because not only did I use them before I started doing live endorsements for them, but I used them in such an important way. On opening day last year, probably a year ago today, my mom fell. And she ended up spending about 5 months at Bethesda Dilworth, where she passed away. And so, as you can imagine, it was a really intense time for me and my family. And I just thought that they were wonderful. So whether it's you and you are fully capable of taking care of yourself and you're looking for an independent living place for people your age, we have about 7 of them. Webster, Kirkwood, North, South. They're just beautiful, all right in the heart of the city where they live. We have assisted living. We have skilled nursing like Dilworth, where my mom was in Kirkwood, Webster area. And the people are just fantastic. One of my favorites is Michelle. In fact, I'm meeting with her tomorrow morning at Bethesda Dilworth just to talk some stuff over. If you have questions about you or an elderly loved one, go to BethesdaHealth.org, click on the Contact Us button, complete the form, and Michelle or a team member will get right back in touch with you. That's BethesdaHealth.org.
Renewal by Andersen is the #1 window and door brand for customer service. Schedule your free inspection today. Call 877-WINDOWS. That's 877-WINDOWS. Or head to rbastl.com.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fira Capital Management for Your Retirement Highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, registered investment advisors. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Proudly serving St. Louis for over 100 years. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. That was such a great opening segment with Ackerman and Wheeler that we only have a couple of minutes here. So the Cardinals in a rebuild. We're seeing what they're doing. The Chiefs in a rebuild, so they make the classic move of signing a 37-year-old tight end to a 3-year, $60 million contract. Like, what?
Yeah, that's just to spread out the cap hit. It's not 3, it's 1 year. So that's kind of how, and NFL contracts are bizarre. They always announce the total value, even though the player is never going to play the total contract and never going to get all that money.
So they're only expecting 1 year of about $17 million out of it?
Basically, yeah. And the way, so this allows them to pay him more, but spread out the cap hit. So if you paid him, because you can give him a bonus, it's not worth explaining the details of the cap and why it is the way it is, but it allows them to spread the cap hit out over multiple years. And give him the kind of pay that he will.
Why is he even valuable to them? And I hate talking about a human like he's a cattle.
Well, in sports, we got to talk about assets, right?
I mean, what does he bring other than star power?
His experience, like he and Mahomes have a connection. When you're looking at trying to build an offense, having a couple of players that are known commodities for the quarterback helps.
Do you think they're looking past Mahomes already?
No.
Okay.
I think they would like him to be their quarterback for the next 10 years. I mean, he's going to play. These guys play quarterback until they're in their mid-40s now. So if he wants to play, he's got 10 more years, more than that.
Also, he's not as good as he used to be, but he might have been in the top 10 tight ends last year in terms of, blocking and
he's just
running.
Yeah, he's more of a possession guy now than a playmaker than like he used to be.
It's funny because Taylor Swift kind of made him, for people who don't watch football.
Yeah, right.
But it also kind of hurt him because now we're all watching him. We're like, he's not that good.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, he's just whatever's happening is the normal aging process for an athlete because he's in his late 30s.
Yeah. Talk to you guys about Universal Windows Direct. I'm behind on time, so I'm going to make this super simple and straightforward. I made a choice out of 3 different window companies that Universal was the one I was going to represent. So hopefully that means something to you. I'm not in the business of picking bad companies because my family's income depends on this. And secondly, in the 3 years I've been doing my lives for Universal, they have been great. They have been super easy to work with, as they have for you guys. I know that tons of you have received bids from Universal Windows Direct. Many of you have gone with that bid. They always give you a special deal right now. It's buy 2 windows, get 2 for free with no limit. 24 months, not only no interest, but no payments at all for 2 years. And $500 total off your home improvement project. 314-334-2522, universalwindowsdirect.com.
Start your day with an edge.
Total Information AM.
It's like breakfast for your brain.
I wake up, I turn on the news.
I gotta listen 3 or 4 times every day.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
I like to wake up with the news.
Total Information AM.
It's where I get my news. Traffic conditions and potential weather that's coming.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9.
I like to turn it on and just get caught up.
Where I get my news. The news, weather, and traffic.
On the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
I'm Dan Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, millions of people called us for representation. Why? Because trust grows when you win, and we've won a lot. Over $30 billion and counting. When you call America's largest injury law firm, you're calling a family. You're calling an army, our army. You're calling somebody who will fight for you. Injured? Let our family fight for your family. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by Financial and Tax Strategies.
It's a pretty nice afternoon across St. Louis. We're starting a new warm-up southerly flow with high pressure building back in. 65 for the high. Tonight, some clouds around 47. Wednesday, sunny. It's warmer. 78 degrees for the high Wednesday afternoon. Only 63. That's it for the low Wednesday night. Thursday opening day still looks like a beast of a day. Sunny, 92 degrees. The record high for that date is 87. The all-time record high for March is 92. We're playing with that number. Here comes cold front late Thursday night into Friday morning. Rain and thunderstorms around. Colder on Friday with a high of 52. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
If your retirement plan is mostly what if and a little fingers crossed, you deserve better answers than that. Check out Wealth and Wisdom Saturdays at 7 a.m. here on KMOX. I'm Gary Goldberg. Call 800-966-1690.
Jen, I didn't know you shopped here.
Hey, I'm hunting for something fresh for spring.
Oh, girl, skip them all. Jewelry Television has the best spring looks right now.
JTV, way ahead of you. Just hit up JTV.com yesterday for the cutest clover earrings, 2 tennis bracelets, and this gorgeous pearl ring.
Right now, new customers get $20 off any purchase of $99 or more at JTV.com.
Oh, and gold hoops and this turquoise bracelet.
Just a couple things, huh?
Maybe more than a couple.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Guys, baseball season is here, and FanDuel, which is the official sports book of KMOX, is letting you choose your own reward for opening week. So these are betting customizations that basically transform how you experience the game. And look, most people, when they think about sports betting, they think about, FanDuel, they think about football season. I think about baseball season. Baseball is, to me, way more fun because it's every day. You can look at pitching matchups, and that's really where these decisions are made. But you play the way that you want to with FanDuel. You can make your choice on the new reward that you're going to get, and you can be ready to go on opening day, which is coming up here in a couple of days. And I guess you could say FanDuel is the home of home runs here. I'll be looking forward to the Cardinals-Rays matchup. To me, it's a lot about pitching matchups, and it's Matthew Liberatore, it's Drew Rasmussen. I'm going to have my eye on that game over these next couple of days. I'm looking forward to it. So maybe you have your eye on that one, or it's, actually, I'll be keeping an eye on Dustin May in game 2 of the series too. but you get to play the way that you want to. If you want to jump in on baseball and have fun with the rest of us, all you got to do is go to FanDuel.com/Missouri. You get to choose your own reward for Major League Baseball's opening week. And, of course, FanDuel is an official partner of Major League Baseball. Remember, you have to be 21 or older and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. You can see terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Debuting Tuesday, March 31st, it's All Access with Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol. Get inside your Redbirds in the 2026 season every Tuesday at noon on your voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DJS on KMOX. Star-studded first hour. We had Ackerman on, and now we have John Hancock from Hancock and Kelly. Hello, Johnny. What a great time I had with you and your son in Jupiter. That was an all-timer. I've caused a lot of people to have fun, and I've watched a lot of people have fun. I've never seen any human have more fun than John Hancock had at that dinner we had with Klebs. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are great. You remind me so much of me and Nick. It's just so cool to see a father-son combo like that. So he did okay. Let's talk a little politics. The only thing I know, I'm just going to follow my own sword. The only thing I know about the SAVE Act is that the Republicans play it as you have to have an ID to fly. You have to have an ID to sign a contract. Why can you vote without an ID? And that gets me. Like, I've always been if you can't get a state-issued ID, you don't need to be voting. That's how I feel. Right. But as I understand it now, the left says, well, no, the Republicans want you to have an ID and a birth certificate or a nurse from the OBGYN. Like, at some point, it gets out of the goofy crap-o-meter. So help me understand what it actually is.
Yeah. So most states already have a photo ID requirement when you show up to vote. You have to produce one. Missouri has it. This would make it universal. It also, that provision of the act is widely popular with the general public. Heck, Jimmy Carter was for photo ID before he passed away. And so, but what I think a lot of the critics don't like is the fact that when you go register to vote, you got to have a passport. A state driver's license is not sufficient. And about half of the country, maybe a little more than half of the country, doesn't have a passport. So then that's where you go to the secondary. You got to have your birth certificate and a state ID at that point. So, and that's, it's going to be cumbersome for people, and particularly for women who get married and change their last name and they got to go re-register. So, that's a bit onerous. The thing that I find most troubling about it, and I think it's just a lack of political understanding by the president, is this attack on mail-in voting and banning mail-in voting in most instances. When I was running the Republican Party in Missouri, we had an absolute advantage in mail-in voting. We knew who our voters were. We knew who had voted absentee in the past. We would send them out a pre-filled in request for an absentee ballot, not a ballot, but a request for one that's addressed to their local election authority. They put it in the mail, they get a ballot back, and they vote. And we would chase those. And the Republican legislature in Missouri made that illegal. And you look at a state like Florida, the Republicans took the state of Florida because they mastered mail-in balloting. And so that provision of this SAVE Act, whatever it's called, is particularly troublesome to me as a partisan.
Can we go back to the ID thing for a second?
Sure.
I'm sitting here thinking as you are talking about this, to me in politics, whether it's the SAVE Act or anything else, this is how it was in law school. Everything makes sense until it hits a point where it tips and you're like, this no longer makes sense. This is about keeping someone from voting. And it seems to me like we have hit that tip on the SAVE Act. If I can get on a plane with my real ID, Missouri issued ID, if I can sign a contract, if I can take out $1 million mortgage, if I can do all these things, I think I should be able to vote. It seems to me that the Republicans have crossed my tip line into you're now just trying to keep people from voting.
Yeah, and the premise behind the passport requirement or the birth certificate requirement, the premise behind that is to keep illegal folks, non-citizens, from voting. And the studies, every study that's been done in modern American elections shows that 0.002% of voters are not legal citizens. And I mean, it's solving a problem that doesn't exist. And you're right, creating that burden is going to keep some people from being able to register to vote. People who otherwise are perfectly legally allowed to.
John, let's switch topics and talk a little bit about what's going on with the TSA and DHS and ICE. Here's my take. When they do this, when they directly and negatively affect us, it's like going back to law school when I learned that there's some Supreme Court cases you have to have a compelling reason why this law should stand. I think you should have to have a very compelling reason why you shut down any part of the government, especially one that really affects us on a daily basis. And on this one, I think they're both to blame. It's a game. It's a dance that the Dems and the Republicans are both doing. But on this one, I blame the Democrats a little more in that I don't like the way ICE has conducted themselves during the Trump administration. I never, frankly, thought of ICE before this. I knew who they were. I never saw them. I never thought about them. I thought they were doing a needed job. But then Trump went off the goofy crap-o-meter and started doing all of these, like we're going to rush Minneapolis, and citizens died. I don't think that is a sufficient reason to shut down TSA. And because what are we going to not have ICE? I mean, let's be realistic. Let's change the approach of ICE. I think that we have learned our lesson. Hopefully Trump and ICE have as well. I certainly think Tom Homan has. I think he gets it. But what's going on now just seems ridiculous. I think we look like a laughingstock to the world.
It is ridiculous. And the reality, the truth of the matter is that freezing the ICE funding doesn't accomplish anything because they are funded separately through that big, beautiful bill that passed earlier. And so their money, ICE's money, isn't running out, but TSA's has. And, there was a deal struck between John Thune and the Democrats where they were going to fund everything but ICE. And get that going, because it's not just TSA, it's the Secret Service and a couple of other things. And the president said no. And so, and you've got a broken institution in Congress. It just doesn't work. And this is exhibit A, B, C, and D right now.
Mm-hmm. We're talking to John Hancock from Hancock and Kelly here. One more topic. Let's talk about the war that's going on in Iran, although now the administration is saying the Democrats call it a war. We call it something else, but whatever. I think anytime you invade a place, you destroy everything and you kill their top 50 leaders, I think it's a war. I'm sure they consider it one. But becoming an expert, as we all have in speaking Trump, watching him 2 days ago say, why would I want a ceasefire? You don't call a ceasefire when you're beating the crap out of somebody. And then 48 hours later, he's like, we've talked to him. We've agreed on 15 points. They're going to give up the nukes. They're going to give us the enriched uranium. And Iran and Israel both are going, we don't know what he's talking about. We're not talking to him. We don't know who he's talking about. What do you make of all this?
I don't know. I don't sense that there's much of a plan in place here. And at this point, other than cutting and running, which would be terrible, But that may be the least bad option at this point, because I don't know how you extricate yourself from this thing. And if we send ground forces in there, Lord help us. And, this is the first war that I can remember where the president didn't get a massive boost in his job approval initially. W. Bush was off the charts. H.W. Bush was off the charts. Clinton got a bump when he went in to the Balkans. And this thing has just fallen flat because there was no case made to the American people about why this was so necessary, important, and why it has to be now. And, with gas prices doing what they're doing, I think you're going to see a prolonged combat here. I really do. I just hope that we don't send ground forces in, because that's a devil of a different disguise.
Yeah. That's John Hancock. Thank you, Johnny. We appreciate it.
My pleasure, guys. See you.
All right, pal. See you. Didn't let you guys talk at all. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It's
I wanted
okay.
to listen to John.
All
I
right.
like listening to you guys.
We're here for 4 hours.
Right. We have plenty of time.
Wheels will make it up. Let me tell you guys about my friend Stewie at Stewart's American Mortgage. He was on yesterday. And, for most of my brand new clients, it takes a couple, 3 months to ramp up and for people to hear their name a sufficient number of times and for me to do my job and tell the story well. But it's already working with Stewie. He's already had several DGS people contact him, go in, originate loans, close loans. So I'm very happy about that. And I can't take the credit on this one because I don't have to be silver-tongued. I don't have to be especially smart or convincing. I can just tell you that about all the hundreds of mortgage providers within the sound of my voice, only one of them does what Stewie does. Every other one of them could make the same choice, but they don't. They choose to have commission salespeople to sell you mortgages, and then they get paid commission, as they should. Stewie said, my son and Jordan and I are going to originate every loan. I'm not going to employ commission salespeople. That saves them a bunch of money, which they could put in the Stewie bank account. But they decided, nope, we're going to use that money, that windfall. We're going to pay off the fees to this loan. That way, no one can touch us on originating a debt refinancing or an original mortgage for a home. And that's what it is. That's what it is. Whoever you're going to talk to, whoever you are talking to, I dare you, bring up Stewart's American Mortgage and watch them get nervous. Unless you've already closed your loan, or even if you have, reach out to Stewie, see what he can do for you. He's a very straightforward guy. I'm going to give you his cell phone number. And yes, if you get in at 3 a.m, the night after opening day, you can text him anytime you want. 314-324-4440. 314-324-4440. Google the Bagel Loan. NMLS 226715.
Join us for the Rally with Us MLB Opening Day events on March 25th, 9 to 1 p.m. at the Rally House Brentwood Point location. There'll be a live broadcast, giveaways, and the first 100 customers through the doors receive a Valley House Opening Day scratcher ticket. And don't forget to pick up your opening day gear while you stop in. Rally House is your home for outrageously authentic Cardinals gear, on-field hats, jerseys, and apparel straight from the source. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
Don't miss Mosby Building Arts Home Improvement Show, Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on KMOX. One of the last call-in shows where you can get live answers to your remodeling, design, and construction questions. Tune in Saturdays at 11 a.m.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight. Dr. Jean Wang, a WashU Medicine gastroenterologist at Siteman Cancer Center.
Once you're 45 and over, even if you're not having symptoms or even if you don't have a family history, we recommend everyone get screened for colorectal cancer because everyone is at risk. Everyone is at risk, even if you're not having symptoms.
This is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and for more information, you can visit siteman.wustl.edu. You know, here in St. Louis, word of mouth still matters, and I'm pretty careful about who I recommend, especially when it comes to something as personal as estate planning. I'm Tom Ackerman. My family has been working with the Laderman Law Firm for over 20 years now, and the reason is simple. They don't just create documents and send you on your way. They help make sure your plan works. Because let's be honest, life changes. Family needs and circumstances change. Laws change. But most estate plans don't change over time as needs, circumstances, and laws change. They're outdated, sitting in a drawer. People assume they're fine, and their plan will work when they need it to work. At the Laderman Law Firm, it's not a one-time transaction. It's an ongoing process. They build a plan to protect your family and your assets, and then for a fixed annual fee, they help keep it up to date as both your life and assets change. Check out the Laderman Law Firm at ladermanlaw.com or give them a call at 314-514-9100. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
Welcome back, DJS on KMOX. Few minutes shy of 2 p.m. I saw something last night on TikTok that was so obvious, but it made me think. And it was just a guy in his backyard looking at the moon. He goes, you ever think that every single human, 100 billion of us, looked at the same moon? It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Jesus looked at the very same moon I did. Aristotle, a human 200,000 years ago, all looked at the same moon.
Well, the moon is what gave us the Moon Man story with Mike Shannon.
Oh, retell that.
Because they were doing a game in New York and the moon was always like, he goes, man, I hope people in St. Louis can see this moon.
That's awesome.
And we don't know what he means, right? Because he just means hope you don't have clouds, right? Hope that you can see it. But, you know, Mike Shannon had a funny way of saying things and he leaned into it. That's great.
Boy, I saw a devil's bargain today. Evidently, they figured out a food that binds your microplastics together and they pass out of your system.
Is it pizza?
No. It's kimchi.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, no, I'm hosed.
Right?
I don't like that.
I think I'd rather have microplastics. I think I would rather eat microplastics to get rid of the kimchi in my body. I tried kimchi once.
It's such a strong.
It's very strong.
Very strong.
I'm a freak. I like all of the like any like super strong taste. Not, I shouldn't say any, but a lot of them I'm into. But I definitely get why people stay away from stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, in my case, we didn't grow up eating anything like that, so I'm sure that's why.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah. Just not being exposed to it like early.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? I had forgotten that we had any laws at all on Sundays. I know when I was younger, you couldn't buy alcohol on Sunday until like noon. And I know for a while you couldn't buy it on Sunday at all.
Yep.
And even as a kid, when I heard that, I'm like, what does one thing have to do with the other? Like, I remember thinking like, boy, the religious right has a stranglehold on society.
I mean, you just have to buy it on Saturday if you want to drink it on Sunday. What's the difference?
I heard on KMOX News this morning, and I won't get this completely right, but there's now a law in Missouri that you can't buy before 9 a.m. And some of the local golf courses want to move it to 8.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
because
people tee off and you have a beer.
Off.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Shut the F up.
Yeah.
I don't drink at 7 a.m. on Sunday mornings.
No, but
that's
if somebody
my
wants to,
choice.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Sunday, whether it's, I just don't think that's anyone's business.
It's just an arbitrary. I mean, I guess
they're trying to protect Christianity from.
Well, it's like
Christians drink too,
right? And it's like I got to make it to the early service, and then I can go.
Then I can go home and get drunk.
So I mean, like,
silly.
This is the thing that drives me nuts about this type of thinking. So once 9 or 10 o'clock hits, I can have a 12 pack, but I can't have 2 before 10. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Just like the whole not being able to buy it on Sunday. Well, then you just buy it Saturday and you can drink it all day. It's like, what are you actually accomplishing? And the answer is nothing. Nothing. You're
making someone feel better about something, which I don't think they deserve to feel better about.
No.
Why do I care if you feel better knowing that I can't go buy alcohol on your holy day? I don't care that you feel better.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the golf thing. As far as I know, golf is the only sport where people are going and taking it seriously and drinking at the same time.
That's a good point.
Well, seriously can kind of vary between the person when you're in a foursome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, how many guys do you think are out there like stone cold sober, and then you've got another golf cart with everybody just having a good time?
I mean, it all depends.
One-to-one.
It all depends on the course, right? Every course is going to have its own culture, its own thing. But yeah, it's not a shock to see like the party bus next to the really serious crew, like one spot behind.
Yeah. Yeah.
One foursome behind. Just hope that the drinking crew is the one that's behind so they don't slow everything up.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't believe that was still a thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And how we're like legislators are spending their time. Like,
I think
what are we
you can
doing?
go to the dispensary pretty early on Sundays.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure it opens the same time on Sunday as it does other days. Not that I check stuff.
I was going to say,
and again, why couldn't you? Why does religion matter
In
when
that
it comes
case.
to that? You have a religion that says don't drink, don't drink.
Right.
You have a religion that says don't use pot, don't use pot. You have a religion that says don't let women wear skirts or don't dance. Do that thing.
Yeah.
But don't make me do your thing.
It's the whole point of the First Amendment, right?
That's what I thought.
You would think.
I'll tell you guys about Dr. Kathy Maupin, her daughter, Dr. Rachel Sullivan. And I think the best live I can do right now is using myself as an example. For the past 7 years, I have regularly, like clockwork, gotten my testosterone pellets. And I've just been living this life, right? Here's how I feel. Here's how things are in the bedroom. Here's how things are in the gym. Here's how things are. And then I am officially like 6 months late on getting my pellets. Total pilot error, my fault. But I now know how it feels to be Dave at 61 with no added testosterone in my system. It's not terrible. I'm not like dragging myself around all the time, but it's noticeable. There's a difference. Testosterone Dave feels better than non-testosterone Dave. Get a blood test, see where your testosterone is for men or women, 38 or 78, and go from there with Dr. Maupin. Right next door, BioBalance Skin. You can bet I'm going to get a couple of things done before my concert on April 17th, Del Mar Hall. So if you think my face looks better than it should for 61, you can give the credit to Dana and Dr. Maupin. For all things Dr. Maupin, go to biobalancehealth.com.
A lot of people are getting their air conditioners tuned up and ready to go for the summer, and we're getting a lot of calls of people saying they want a second opinion, to have us come out and requesting us to come out there and take a look at their air conditioners. They've been told that they need a new one, and the repair is quite costly, and might be best for them to replace the air conditioner and then repair it. If you're in that situation, please give me a call, because there is truly some opportunities here for you. That we could save you lots of money, because I'm sure you're going to be shocked. We have the equipment that still works best for you with your budget. It's pretty much the best, is what I would put in my home, is what I would recommend. Give me a call. It's Bart Inman. One easy number, the easiest number in Missouri and Illinois. That is 314-293-2600. Or the online thing, and that is bartinman.com. That's Bart with a B, Inman with an I.com. God bless.
Too many tools, too much stress, and way too many bills.
Odoo replaces it all. One connected platform for every part of your business, so you can work faster, smarter, and for less. Odoo, the only software you'll ever need. Try it free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That fun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Dave Glover, Rachel Zimmerman, Kevin Wheeler. The Dave Glover Show on KMOX.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Your home for St. Louis Cardinals baseball. 104.1 FM. KMOX. News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 2 o'clock, we've got some clouds. Right now, it is 52 degrees downtown at the Arch. We've got a developing story. St. Louis County Executive Sam Page makes more budget cuts, including cancellation of the 4th of July. Let's take you live to KMOX's Maria Kino.
Michael, St. Louis County Executive Dr. Sam Page says the JB Blast July 4th is being canceled because the event cost $50,000 to put on. Now, additionally, the county council cut 12 more jobs out of the Department of Revenue. That brings total loss to 24. This is forcing Page to close county offices on Friday for in-person services mainly. That's basically to process the backlog of senior property tax freeze applications. Now, the Revenue Department also handles locating deeds, which is causing delays in people having their RECA, or Radiation Exposure Compensation Act, claims processed because the federal government required that as one of the documents. Page says next, the county will be looking at furloughs. Live in Clayton, Maria Aquina, KMOX News.
And the cleanup of the Manhattan Project, radioactive waste in St. Louis County, takes one step closer to reality.
The EPA is announcing they have completed their pre-excavation sampling of the Westlake landfill, identifying the exact location of the radioactive waste ahead of next year's cleanup. Dawn Chapman with Just Moms SDL says the cleanup of the radioactive waste will be more surgical than other remediations.
It's not going to look like a bunch of backhoes up there digging up a foundation with dust flying. And then I think that was done to reduce anxiety, right? And to try and make this community feel comfortable, because this site has hurt us.
Chapman says she is more confident than ever the cleanup will happen after the completion of the pre-excavation work. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
Federal investigators say a runway warning system did not sound an alarm before the Air Canada jet and a fire truck collided at LaGuardia Airport in New York. The head of the National Transportation Safety Board said the system didn't work because the fire truck did not have a transponder. The plane carrying more than 70 people slammed into the fire truck while landing late Sunday night. The 2 pilots were killed and several passengers were injured, but most were able to escape the mangled aircraft. Investigators want to know more about the role of the air traffic controllers and whether they were distracted by an emergency with another plane just before the crash. From liveatc.net.
Yeah, we got stuff in progress for that, man. That wasn't good to watch.
I know I was there. I tried to reach out to my stuff, and we were dealing with an emergency earlier.
Oh, man, you did the best you could.
LaGuardia is operating at a reduced capacity after that collision. This traveler breezed through the line after the airport reopened, only to get stranded.
We ordered some food. Our flight's delayed. And then 30 minutes after that, canceled. And then we hopped in this big line with everybody else, and we had to reschedule our flight. I'm missing work today because of it.
As state budget talks heat up at the Capitol, Governor Mike Kehoe is calling for cuts he says are necessary to balance the books.
Doesn't mean that we don't like a certain service or we do like a certain service. When you're trying to cut in the next 2 years, potentially $2 billion, you have to make hard decisions.
Democratic State Senator Maggie Nuremberg warns that Governor Kehoe's proposed 54% $12.5 billion budget, which includes almost $600 million in cuts, would hit safety net services and education. The Dow from Stifel is up 82 points to 46,290. We've got a crash on 255 going west at Lindbergh. That's on the right shoulder. Stall vehicle 370 west at 94 on the right shoulder.
A pretty nice weather afternoon on this Tuesday. Partly to mostly sunny skies. The southerly flow is back. Let's warm it up to 65 degrees. Back above normal again. Cloudy skies tonight, 47. Wednesday, sunny and warm. 78. Thursday, even warmer. It's hot Thursday. Sunny, 92 degrees. Possible all-time record heat. Rain and thunderstorms move in late Thursday night. Friday is colder. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
59 degrees, feels like 52 downtown. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Brought to you by USPS Ground Advantage.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast.
Pump up the volume.
When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Really honored to have our next guest live in studio. Okay, Mom, here goes the name. Amaris Vasquez Collazo.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yay.
Boom. I'm
so
done,
good.
Kevin. This is your interview.
Yeah.
I'm done.
That was so good.
Amaris is a 2024 Paris Paralympian. She'll graduate from Mizzou next year, right?
Yeah, May 27th.
Congrats. Very cool.
Yep.
And you are a sprinter?
Yes,
like
I am.
me. I love it. A fellow sprinter. We get all the same stuff. We both hate the 200 meters.
God, yeah.
And so when did you lose your below the knee?
Yeah, so I became an amputee when I was 1 year old.
Okay.
I was born with a foot. It was just really badly deformed. So I had like a severe case of clubfoot, extra toes. It was a whole mess, like jumbled up together.
Got it all.
Oh my God, yeah, I had it all. So then the doctors, they really tried to fix it. I was in Puerto Rico at that time. And so they tried to do everything they could, but then ultimately they're like, you know what, amputation is going to be your best route. Like,
Yeah.
Let's do it and
Yeah.
see. And so my parents made that call and they decided to amputate, and here I am.
Yeah. So obviously you did well,
Yeah.
right?
I've done well. Yeah,
yeah.
So far so good. So
What are some of your earliest memories,
Mhm.
and how did the amputation affect those? Because of course you don't remember
Right.
having a foot.
Yeah.
So
I know it's interesting because a lot of people ask me like, well, do you get phantom pains? Do you like remember having a foot? I'm like, honestly, no. Like being an amputee is all I've ever known. Like
Right.
I don't remember ever having 2 feet. I think when I did have 2 feet, I couldn't even stand on it because it was so deformed. So
Yeah.
it was like ultimately amputation, being an amputee is all I've known. And I think like, my parents always like were like, yes, you're different, but like don't ever let that stop you. Like that doesn't mean anything at all, right? But ultimately you start noticing things, and when you start school and when you start looking different than your peers and like your friends, and everyone's kind of making comments being like, well, why does she have that and I don't? Or like, I know one of my cousins too was like, why does she have that? Like what is this kind of thing?
Mhm.
So just I think my earliest memories are at school and just having that thought of being like, okay, I am different. There is
Yeah.
something. I look different than the rest of them. I do different things than the rest
So
of them.
how soon did you get some sort of what's it called? Like what is the proper name for?
Yeah, so prosthetic leg.
Yeah.
I got my first prosthetic leg, I think shortly after my amputation.
Okay.
Honestly. It's like the smallest little leg you'll ever see. It's like I have it in a bag in my closet. It's like the tiniest, cutest little thing ever. It's adorable. It's so old that the foot is like falling apart, but they had to like custom make because it was so small.
Yeah.
So yeah, and my parents like say as soon as I got the leg, I immediately got up
Took
and
to
just
it.
took to it. Like it was like that was all I needed, and it was like the only thing holding me back was that amputation needing.
Wow.
Like I got that leg, and I was like, okay, let's do it. Like it's time to go. Like,
Yeah.
we're moving.
Yeah. What was your next upgrade to the baby leg?
Yeah. So we get when you grow with an amputation, you get a new leg like every year. Just kind of depends. And then now, obviously, I'm not growing, but whenever I need a new adjustment, get one. So I was like once every year I would go.
Yeah.
I was at Shriners Hospital
Mhm.
in St. Louis,
Mhm.
and they took amazing care of me. I loved the people
Great
that made
place.
my legs. Great place, great human beings, and so they helped me along the way. And then I got into some sports, and then got some running legs along the way as well.
And not only did you lose your foot and your lower leg, but you only grew to be 4'10". So you had like a bunch of stuff against you as an
Oh my
athlete,
God,
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
right. It's ridiculous.
Right.
It is so stupid.
Yeah.
Why am I this short? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The
Why am I
question
this
is, how
short?
are you fast when you're short? Because that's the hard part.
I know. I really like to shock people. I'm like, watch
Yeah.
what I can do.
Yeah,
I like jump into a sand pit. I'm like, watch this.
But we're usually the first ones out of the blocks.
Oh my God, yes. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Like I've seen pictures where my time response and everything is really quick. So I'm usually one of the first ones just out of those blocks. My block star is the best thing I did.
Yeah.
Because I got that movement down.
Yeah. If you're just joining us, we're talking to Amaris, who is going to graduate from Mizzou next year. She was a 2024 Paralympian in Paris, sprinter and a long jumper, girl after my own heart here. So my only real experience with this was the Blade Runner decade or 15 years ago, whatever it was, who did the 400 with the two prosthetics.
Right.
Is it a blade that you have?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's basically the same mechanism that we're
it looks
familiar
the same.
with.
It's the same thing. That's what every runner gets. So even if you're there's different kinds of blades.
Yeah.
So I use one for sprinting and I use one for jumping. So I got two.
Okay.
And I use one for warming up too, or from different dynamic stuff, or if I need to go on a jog or
So
something.
you're too young to remember this, but people back when he was running and having success were complaining that it was an advantage.
Right.
Is there
I
any,
hear it all. I hear that
any
all the
truth
time.
to that?
Honestly, no. The blades, yes, they look springy. They look like a giant old spring that's going to push us, but in reality, it's giving us what we're missing.
Right, because your leg would do that.
Right. Your ankle moves every time you decide it to move. I don't have an ankle to move. So, don't tell me I have an advantage when honestly, I'm just trying to keep up. These were invented so we could keep up.
Right.
And so we could have that mobility that was lost through a surgery or through whatever might have happened to you, know? So we hear that a lot of people just think, oh, it's a spring, it's bouncy, it's going to just shoot you through the moon, right? But no, it's not how that works.
So did you play other sports besides running track?
Yeah, I did a lot of sports growing up. So I started off with Taekwondo. I was little 4-year-old me was beating kids up.
With your little fake baby leg?
Yeah, oh my God, yeah. I had to put a pad over my prosthetic leg because I was hitting these kids. Everyone was scared of me. It was so bad. But did Taekwondo, I did gymnastics, did some tumbling along the way, and then I actually did swimming. I started swimming and track at the same time. So I did swimming and track all throughout however long I did it until my senior year when I decided to do track only. And then I did some triathlons along that mix too. So
were you able to compete in high school on the track team?
Yeah.
So there's no rules saying.
So, the MISHA rules are kind of complicated when it comes to that. Statewide, they have an adaptive section, but the adaptive section is really only for wheelchairs.
Okay.
So in competitions like state, if I didn't qualify with the able body time, I couldn't make it.
Okay.
Just because there is no section for ambulatory runners, amputees like me.
Yeah.
But besides that, I was able to compete. I did high school swim and I did high school track. So
How did you do in high school track?
Pretty good. I could hold my own.
Yeah.
I was competing up against able bodies, so it was difficult sometimes, but I can't lie, it was kind of fun beating some of them, watching them.
Yeah.
Watching them get a little frustrated.
Yeah.
But
so I don't know how the Paralympics work compared to the Olympics. Not like I know how the Olympics work either.
Right.
But did someone come to you and say, "Hey, we've been watching you. Would you like?"
So the Paralympic process is you have to qualify for it. I'm a part of the Puerto Rico international team. So I started with them my senior year of high school, and that was more of hey, we want to reach out. We've seen you compete throughout the states, and I think you'd be a great asset to this team. And so I joined them, started competing. Then I qualified for more competitions like world championships and bigger international competitions. And then you have to qualify with a certain time for the Paralympics. You also receive a ticket for the Paralympics. So I qualified in the World Championships Paris 23, I believe. My 200, actually, coincidentally, the 200, I got the 4th place in it, and every like 1, 2, 3, 4 spots got Paralympic tickets.
Okay.
So I qualified, got the ticket. I also had the times for it. So my team was like, here you go. Like, let's do it. So that's kind of how it works. You get a ticket or you get a time. Sometimes you can just receive a ticket as like a wild card. If your team doesn't have anyone attending, they will give you a wild card. So then, they make sure that it's covered, like that your country is being represented.
Yeah.
But thankfully we had 2 people. It was me and my teammate, and we both went because we both received tickets and had the time.
Cool. And they cover all your costs and everything?
Yeah, Puerto Rico did.
Good.
Yeah, thankfully. So
Good. I'm sorry, can you make any money?
If you win, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
if you win, but honestly, the Paralympics is so hard financially wise. We don't get, it's not as well known.
Yeah.
It's not as hyped up as the Olympics is. And it's not, even though the Paralympics has the same name as the Olympics because it's equal to. I'm staying at the same athletes village. I'm in the same facilities. Like, I'm using everything like them. But like, even just coverage for it, like just to watch it is more difficult than watching the Olympics.
Yeah.
So, sponsorships are harder to get. Money is harder to get. Like, we're just kind of pushed aside sometimes. So
It's too bad.
It can be really difficult.
Good, Rich.
Yeah, with all that in mind, what is the atmosphere like, if you can just kind of describe that for us? And what's it like interacting with the people that come to see you compete, like maybe younger people looking up to you?
No, I love my community, honestly. Like, the para world and the para community is an amazing community to be a part of. Paris was such an experience, and it was such an amazing games for it to be my first one. Paris really killed it at representing. Like, we had a lot of people in the audience. I think like my first day got sold out tickets, which were like never seen before. I competed with like 70,000 eyes on me. Like, I looked up at the stadium and it was like ants looking at me. And I was like, what is happening? Sometimes like I couldn't even hear my friend or myself think because it was so loud. But like, I wouldn't have asked for anything more, just the support is crazy. And to see like the little kids with disabilities be there was like even more heartfelt. Like, I had a couple of them be like, can you sign this? Can you take a picture?
How cool is that?
Like, I had a line of people after my competition being like, we watched you. I even had people message me on Instagram being like, we saw you compete. Like, I just know you have a fan behind you. Like, you have people supporting you. So
Amazing.
It's really great. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So describe that walking out. Because we're going to do this on opening day in a couple days, right? There are going to be rookies that have never played in a stadium with an upper deck, right? Because when you're young, that just doesn't exist. And then you walk in, there's this giant stadium. What was that like walking out the first time?
Unreal. I think all of my competitors, even the ones that have competed before, like in past games, they were all shocked too, because we had never seen this amount of support for the Paralympics. Like, these Paris games are something so special because it had been never seen before. So we all just kind of looked up, and I think I just remember like just breathing, like taking it all in. I was like speechless. I didn't have any words. I didn't know what to do. I was like, my first event was long jump too, which like requires such focus and concentration that I was like, okay, we're going to ignore it. I think my first reaction too was just to find my family. Like, I was like,
that's cool.
I'm going to find them. I'm going to see, like, I'm going to search for that Puerto Rican flag somewhere. I'm going to search for my face on their shirts, because they all had t-shirts with my face on them. And I was like, I'm going to find them. I'm going to lock in and realize like, okay, they're there. Like, all is good. I talked to my coach. I was like, okay, it's time to reel in. This is amazing. This is incredible. Just do not think about the amount of eyes that are on you right now. Like, just ignore it. It's like we're in training, like we're practicing. That's it.
And how did you do in your performances?
I want to do better. I didn't do as good as I want. It is, the Paralympic Games are a physical game, but just as much mental.
Yeah.
And being 19, I was doing my schoolwork during the day and competing at night, or like whatever it was.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like submitting assignments and then competing.
That's nuts.
I definitely sent some emails being like, hi, I'm at the Paralympic Games.
Sorry, I'm an Olympian.
I know you get this all the time.
Yeah, I'm in Paris.
Just send the picture from field view. And you're in the infield.
So yeah, it was definitely a mental game.
Yeah.
And I think I had to be just proud of making it there. And I had to be proud of myself to just be there in the first place.
Do you think about going back?
Oh yeah, like training for LA right now for sure.
This would be good because you've seen it.
Yes, right. Yes, if I've got the first one out of the way, it's kind of like, okay, we got that, we did it. Now we move on and we try again, and let's shoot for better in LA. So training harder and doing all the things that I can do to make sure I'm as prepared as possible.
What do you want to do in life?
In life, so I'm getting my undergrad in social work, but I want to go on to law school afterwards.
So did I. I did.
He did. He actually did go to law school. Yeah,
I went to Washington.
You guys are like twinsies.
Oh my gosh!
Just look at your future.
Oh my god, this is great.
You'll be wearing a beanie with a goatee.
Enjoy this time, because this is what you're looking at.
This is great. We're best friends now.
Yeah.
So I want to go on to law school. Hoping to, once I graduate Mizzou, though, kind of take a gap year and focus on my training. I'll graduate May 27, and the games aren't until like August 28. So I'll have that good time frame to just focus on my training and really lock in, and then go to law school. And I hope to really, connect my social work background with law and work with that like clientele, knowing that I have the social work ethics behind it. Kind of thing. So yeah.
Well, you are officially my second favorite 21-year-old girl.
Yay!
Yeah. You're number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
It was lovely to meet you.
Likewise.
Stay in touch.
Yes, thank you.
Have you ever felt like you were living just a B or B plus life? It's so dangerous to live that, more dangerous than a B minus or a C plus life, because when you're living a B or B plus life, you don't change it. You think it's good enough. Is it? I'm Susie Welch. I host a podcast called Becoming You. People think, okay, an A plus life is not available to me, but there is a way. We are all in the process of becoming ourselves. Listen to Becoming You wherever you get your podcasts.
Spring cleaning is upon us, but there's one meaningful box that you don't throw away when cleaning out your closet. It's the box filled with your family's important videotapes, film reels, and photos. Hi, I'm Adam Baselogger.
And I'm Nick Mako. We started Legacy Box over a decade ago to help families organize and update their analog media to digital.
Legacy Box is simple and easy. It works and is safe. Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box.
And Legacy Box has been featured in Good Housekeeping, The Today Show, and Rachel Ray.
Legacy Box is like magic, converting your shoebox of memories to the cloud or thumb drive, ready to watch and share.
Declutter your closet by digitizing your media. Become more organized and accomplished, knowing your family's recorded past is safe forever. Take advantage of our spring cleaning sale going on now. It's the easiest task to check off your to-do list.
For a limited time, you can get started for just $9 a tape. Visit legacybox.com/radio to get our $9 sale. That's legacybox.com/radio to get our $9 offer. Legacybox.com/radio.
Inflation is squeezing budgets, and global events can shake markets overnight. If you're close to retirement, this is not the time for, gee, I hope this works out. That's why Steve All and the team at the All Financial Group are hosting an upcoming educational seminar called Retirement Simplified, April 7th at the All Financial Group offices. You'll learn how to deal with rising costs, taxes, crazy markets, and the fear of running out of money. The date again is April the 7th. It's complimentary, but you must reserve a seat. 636-230-8824 or at yourmoneymattersstl.com. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, or registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions. The All Financial Group is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the U.S. government or any other government agency.
Dave and I have been talking about Lombardo Homes a lot lately. If you've been listening to us and considering getting a hold of Lombardo Homes and looking into building your dream home, I encourage you, call them today. At least call them before the end of March, because Lombardo has an amazing deal for the month of March. If you get the process started, you can receive a free finished recreation room in the lower level of your home. You can use this for anything: home gym, home office, movie nights, whatever fits your lifestyle. But it's only available in select communities and only during the month of March. So get a sales manager on the phone and discuss your options right away.
Yeah, and you really should. I mean, this is a really good deal. Getting the finished lower level, that's, I don't know, several thousands of dollars that you can save. And all you have to do is make contact, reach out, get a hold of someone at Lombardo. Take a little tour, have a little conversation, leave your options open. Even if you don't do it in March, they're going to make you a really, really great deal. I've known them the entire time they've been here. I know them intimately. I know I've seen them behind the scenes. I've seen them deal with problems with some of the homes that they're building, and I've seen them make the calls, the close ones against themselves to keep the customer happy, to keep them solid. So they're very good people. For all things Lombardo, go to lombardohomes.com.
Hi, this is Charlie Brennan. I see clearly now thanks to the doctors, Greg Birdie, Ranjan Malhotra, Robert Brusati, and Andy Royer. You can too. YourIDoc.com.
Working full-time but still falling behind? Learn how real estate education can help you build income and get ahead on your terms. Text radio to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007. Presented by Lifestyles Unlimited.
A century strong. The voice of St. Louis. KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS. Well, if the stream is any indication, everyone fell in love with Amaris.
I mean, I certainly did.
She was just great.
I couldn't believe when she said she was 19 competing. She's just so self-possessed,
yes.
And I'm just in awe of her. She's awesome.
Yeah.
She comes across as much more mature than 21 years old.
Yeah, we'll definitely stay in touch with her. Follow her career.
Track that performance.
Yeah. Very cool.
I did not mean to do the track pun there. I'm sorry.
There you go.
That's okay. We're used to it with you.
Yeah, it tracks.
I'm not a punny person. That's
No, you're
Amy's
not.
job.
I just ruined it. You just ruined it.
So, highlight of your trip to Chicago? How'd the baseball draft go?
Yeah, I mean, this was a combo, so it's like 3 different highlights, right? Because I got to do our annual baseball thing that we've been doing since 1994. So, I mean, it's 32 years now of all of us. Not all of us are the same, but a lot of us are the same. So that was cool. And then dinner on Saturday night was cool, going out with friends, high school friends and things like that. And then Sunday was all day with the family, which was cool.
Yeah.
Kid came over. She lives up there now, so that was cool.
How's she transitioning?
She loves it. Yep. She's closer to all her buddies.
That's good.
She and her cousins are pretty close to like being siblings. Like they all grew up together near each other and are always together. So they're all happy.
How's my boy Alfie?
Alfie's cool, man. That's my daughter's cat, for people to know. He's basically a dog. He just comes and jumps in your lap and he plays, and he's not the cat that walks away when new people come in. He's like, oh, hey, friends, let's go. He doesn't say it creepy like that, though. Yep, Alfie's good. Hey there.
Remember one time when Fee was younger, she was complaining, as young girls do, and she was complaining that she didn't grow up with any siblings. And Nick was like,
10 years is different, though.
Yeah.
I get what she means. You didn't grow up with another kid around, because by the time you're 10, your older sibling's 20. That's not the same thing.
I had a big brother.
I grew up the same way. Like both of my siblings were out of the house by the time I was 4.
Yeah, I mean, that's it's even a little more extreme in my sister's case, because my sister was born when I was 18.
Yeah.
So she has older brothers, but she didn't grow up with older brothers in the house. We were all grown.
Yes, Rach?
I'll just ask you off the air. I don't need to ask you.
Okay. Fine.
There's a little tease.
Well, it's like, I have a question I've never asked before. I'll just ask him off the air.
What is your shoe size?
If I made you a cake,
what cake would it be?
Oh, man, I'm getting excited for Thursday. I got to tell you guys.
Oh, did you post our weird thing?
It's not weird.
I thought it was
a
great.
wonderful video directed by Dave Glover, and you can watch it on the Dave Glover Show's Instagram page or our Facebook page.
Yeah, Rach, we're getting ready to eat lunch in the office, and she goes, oh, we should do a video. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then she hands me the phone. I'm like, well, this is going to go
Incredible
badly.
rookie mistake from someone who is usually well locked down on these sort of things.
Hold on. I wanted someone to film me doing my portion of the video.
Right.
Andrew was eating his mac and cheese.
Right.
Sure was.
So I thought, I'll have Dave film me. And then Dave just never gave the phone back. He just took control of the situation.
Framed himself and everything.
Yes. So that
Send some text messages as you.
Right. Texting Steve like, Dave is just the best. Have you ever noticed that?
Thank you for the privilege of working with Dave.
Yes. But no, that's the product you get when Dave takes your phone and just doesn't ever hand it back.
I didn't hand it back because I didn't want someone to do an unflattering close-up of me. So then I did the most I filmed myself.
I can see inside your ear.
Yes, in the way that only a dermatologist usually films you.
I went to the dermatologist for the first time yesterday.
Oh, yeah? Did you?
I've never been. Yeah.
I didn't go to the dermatologist, but I had my yearly physical last week when he put his finger in my bottom.
Mhm.
And he, for the first time, did the whole like take a shirt off, drop your pants.
Yeah.
Let me, which I was glad because I had a few little spots I was iffy about, but I'm not a real man and I'm too scared to go to the dermatologist. And he was looking at one. I'm like, here we go. And he took a picture of it. I'm like, damn it. And then he goes, okay, this one's safe because it's this and this. And, you know,
Good.
So that was relief.
What do you need to take the picture for?
For later.
Just to show me.
Yeah.
For later.
Oh, God.
I'm just kidding. Little PSA.
He took one look at Dave and said, all right, I'm going to need all of it off.
PSA, if you work out outside, I'm very diligent with my sunscreen on my face and my neck and stuff. You got to get the tops of your ears.
Yeah, I
Do
know
you get
that.
the tops of your ears?
I
Will?
know, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, she was telling me I have all these freckles that I
Yeah.
don't know about, so got to be better about that.
Your ride home just got a lot less of this and a lot more of this.
The 3-2 pitch with the runner going, a swing and a high fly ball. Deep left field, and it's a gunner.
Kevin Wheeler, Matt Pauley, Bernie Nicholas. 3 voices, 1 hour. All Cardinals. The Redbird Rush Hour delivers.
Sponsored by Busey Bank. Building community with Busey Bank. Beyond the game.
The Redbird Rush Hour. Weeknights at 5 on the voice of the Cardinals. KMOX.
This is Congressman Bob Onder. Tax season is here, and Missouri families are already seeing the real impact of the Working Families Tax Cut Act. House Republicans are delivering real results for hardworking Missourians. According to the Council of Economic Advisors, the bill is projected to raise wages in Missouri by about $3,000 to $6,000 over the next 4 years. That's more money for groceries, gas, and greater security for your family's future. In Congress, I'm working to protect working families, strengthen our economy, and ensure you are keeping more of your hard-earned money.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Weather is sponsored by the Woodlands of Arnold Senior Living.
It's a pretty nice afternoon across St. Louis. We're starting a new warm-up southerly flow with high pressure building back in. 65 for the high. Tonight, some clouds around 47. Wednesday, sunny. It's warmer. 78 degrees for the high Wednesday afternoon. Only 63. That's it for the low Wednesday night. Thursday opening day still looks like a beast of a day. Sunny, 92 degrees. The record high for that date is 87. The all-time record high for March is 92. We're playing with that number. Here comes cold front late Thursday night into Friday morning. Rain and thunderstorms around. Colder on Friday with a high of 52. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
The Woodlands of Arnold campus offers skilled rehab, a beautiful assisted living community, and a secure memory care to keep your loved ones safe. Check us out at rspseniorliving.com. That's rspseniorliving.com.
Baseball is here, and for this baseball season, FanDuel is letting you choose your own reward for opening week. It's a betting customization that transforms how you experience the game. Make your choice, and the reward will be ready to use on your next MLB bet. FanDuel, as you may or may not know, is the home of home runs, and in fact, I like Juan Soto, 37.5 for the season. I'm kind of feeling like you might go over that. So if you're ready to play your game, this is the time to do it with FanDuel. FanDuel.com/Missouri. That's FanDuel.com/Missouri to choose your reward for MLB's opening week. FanDuel is an official partner of MLB. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
So, guys, about Neovitin, I talk about them all the time. It is the simplest thing in the world. You either are open to taking a vitamin supplement or you're not. Now, you may not be open because you're super into it, and you just don't think that a one-a-day vitamin can do anything for you. You take mega packs, and they're $500 a month. And trust me, I've been there, and I remember going to the doctor, and he said, what the hell are you doing? Like, your blood tests are insane. And I told him, and he's like, don't do that. You're just going to either urinate all the extra vitamins out, or it's going to hurt your organs. So if you're doing that, just be careful, because what we have is a multivitamin with 20 different ingredients, exactly what our doctors and scientists say that we need, including omega-3 fish oils. You take 2 a day. It costs less than $1 a day. A portion of every sale is going to go to cancer research. It was created in St. Louis. It's manufactured in the U.S. under the strictest guidelines. You can find it on the shelves at Schnucks and Deerbergs and online at neovitin.com.
Turn your tax refund into a new post-spring building with Menards. Make this the year you check that project off the list. For over 65 years, Menards has been the destination for post-spring buildings. They go up fast and are a durable, low-maintenance solution for extra storage and protecting your equipment. Get a free estimate fast and design your own using our design program. Plus, check out our weekly flyer for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Retirement planning isn't about timing the market. If it were, we'd all be retired by Tuesday. It's about timing your life, income streams, taxes, healthcare, and making sure everything works together. No guessing, no hoping, no drama. Check out the show Wealth and Wisdom with Gary Goldberg here on KMOX, Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. Let's get organized, or checkwithgary.com.
Debuting Tuesday, March 31st, it's All Access with Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol. Get inside your Redbirds in the 2026 season every Tuesday at noon on your voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DJS on KMOX. So a little look behind the scenes. I have a show sheet, 3-4 pages of ideas that the guys give me every day. And I typically go through them and I mark down like, yes, maybe, not so much that one. But I didn't today because my boss was yelling at me for 90 minutes.
Right.
So when that happens, I just call it DJS Happy Hour, which means, hey, monkeys, you guys talk about something. I just don't know what you're going to talk about. So let's do a DJS Happy Hour. Anyone want to go first? Or want to jump in with anything?
I can jump in.
Do it.
You know how we're always talking about the big arch. I'm not sure any show in the nation has talked about McDonald's new burger as much as the Dave Glover show has.
No, as it should be, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, we've got 4 experts here. We've all tasted it. Mm-hmm. I think generally, Dave, you did not enjoy it, Dave?
I did not enjoy it, but I will try a second one.
Okay.
It's too big of a deal to just do a one-off. Maybe I was in a bad mood.
Dissenting opinion filed by Dave Glover.
Yeah, yeah.
Justice Glover.
It certainly didn't blow me away.
Well, we all know the Wisconsin man who holds a world record. He's eaten nearly 36,000 Big Macs over the course of his lifetime. We've talked about this guy before. He went to McDonald's. And his son, he's careful to say his son purchased the big arch for him. He saves his money for the Big Mac.
Yeah.
He has the Big Mac twice a day. He's not wasting his time buying a new sandwich. So his son got a hold of the Big Arch burger for him. And his official review, he's siding with Dave Glover. He says, I wasn't really crazy about it. I'm sure it's great for people that are younger. I'm not sure that's what he means by that. But for me, it's like eating a steak or something. I just think the Big Mac is better. I don't like it as much as the Big Mac.
Ew, steak. Famously
right.
disgusting.
Yeah, it tastes like this thing that's way better.
I think he means because it's so hefty.
Yeah. It is a big burger.
Yeah.
But also, to be fair, when he says, I don't like it as much as I like the Big Mac, brother, I don't think you like your son as much as you like the Big Mac.
No,
I mean, I've never heard of
36,000.
You're a little biased. Yeah, you're not exactly, you're not shooting us straight here. You got an agenda. You're the Big Mac guy.
Like, we all have our things. And mine are probably weirder than most. Like, oh, what's Dave all about? Oh, he's kind of a Peter Pan. Like, he still plays baseball and he plays in a rock band. But at least it's like, oh, he's eating 36,000 Big Macs.
Yeah.
Like, at least that's not my thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the person who eats 36,000 Big Macs incidentally.
Like weren't tracking.
Like I'm not trying. Yeah, I'm not tracking it. I'm not trying to do
At
it.
your door one day.
Yeah, Guinness is going to knock on my door.
Can we speak to Andrew Stoles, please?
Me?
Congratulations. You've eaten 41,000 Big Macs.
Congratulations. You've been to McDonald's more than anyone else.
What do you think, whether it's a Big Mac, it's a bowl of honeycombs, or it's buttered toast, what do you think you've eaten the most of in your life?
Yeah, man, that's a good question.
Peanut butter.
You and my kids both, boy, they love peanut butter.
From PB&J's in school to just now peanut butter and honey. I made one. I needed a snack the other night when I was up in Chicago and didn't have much of the, peanut butter with chocolate chips sprinkled in there. Oh man, that was great.
Individually, it almost certainly has to be a chicken nugget. Right.
Okay.
Now,
Fair.
if you divide it into specific chicken nuggets, Target brand versus McNuggets versus Wendy's nuggets or
Because
whatever.
you're from the generation that grew up on nuggets.
Grew up on them,
nugs.
and also still as a 35-year-old man eats them several times a week.
I've seen you personally eat a lot of mac and cheese.
Yeah.
A lot of mac and cheese.
Today.
A lot of mac and cheese. So it's probably between those two. But if you count each nugget as an individual item, that almost certainly has to take it. Just because it's like, if you get a 20-piece nugget, that's 20 of them things.
I mean, we do have to count the things mostly here that we ate as kids, because that's how you're going to build up all that volume.
Chicken nuggets, mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I'm probably with wheels on the peanut butter. You
Yeah.
guys know I have PB&J's for lunch still. If it's not that, it's probably apples.
Oh yeah,
Apples.
Yeah.
Apples.
What's yours, Dave?
I'm trying to think. Back to your point about kids, probably tuna fish.
Okay.
Because I
Just all
ate
the time.
tuna fish every day of my life.
Yeah.
I took it to school. I ate it at home. I had it at Stacey Gill's house. I've eaten more tuna fish sandwiches probably than anything else.
That was a big thing in the 70s.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's still a thing, but it was a bigger thing.
It's funny, too, because, your palate changes, products change, and now I have to have the very best, most expensive albacore.
Oh, yeah, all
wild
white
caught.
meat, yeah.
Think of the trash. I was eating stuff right out of a truck.
Yeah.
They just
The old chicken of the sea,
everything
which is
was
still
in
good,
oil,
by the way.
everything was dark.
Yeah.
As a kid, I loved tuna, but I knew that in every sitting there was going to be a bite that was like, like that just like get you in the gills.
Think about that. Like, so just saying the brand name Chicken of the Sea. That was their marketing plan.
Right.
Guys, it's just chicken from the sea.
Yeah. Nothing
should eat this.
appetizing about that.
You should eat this. If you like chicken, you like chicken from the sea.
You like chickens, you like oceans, eat up.
Is that a thing? Like, tuna is kind of like the chicken of the sea.
Right. It is kind of weird.
I wonder if they did that to make it seem more normal to people at a time when like eating fish was
It's like
not
marketing
common.
fish is the trout of the field, or our marketing chickens is the trout of the field.
Yeah, calling chickens the tuna of the dirt didn't really take off. So they were like, well, what if tuna's the chicken of the sea?
Tuna of the dirt.
I've got one more food thing for
Okay.
you.
Sure.
Chili's has entered the chat when it comes to the Ruth Chris
Heard
dress
this.
code controversy. So, people are weighing in. This is so ridiculous, Ruth Chris. You're just a restaurant inside a hotel. People should be able to wear a hat and wear sweatpants if you want to. I personally don't care. Like, if I want to wear sweatpants so bad, I'll go somewhere else. Chili's made a post. The only dress code at Chili's is that you have to be dressed. It's the restaurant of the people.
Do we live in this age of clapbacks and now online clapbacks? Do you think it matters? Are you ever affected other than 2 seconds of mild amusement when
I
people
think
get
it's
each other?
the biggest waste of time in like this period of humanity. I think it very rarely does anything positive, and it mostly just causes strife. And I mean, like, who wants to argue about nothing? Like, who wants to live like that? I guess some people do.
Yeah. I know it's hard for me because I'm online a lot for work.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously sometimes just for screwing around too, scrolling TikTok when you're bored or whatever. But the vast majority of people are not doing that.
Yes, that is true.
Like it's like 20% of people in the United States are on Twitter. They're on TikTok. Most people are not. So most people aren't doing these things.
Which is easy to forget as someone who isn't.
Yes, you're right.
And it's also easy to forget because it's so often people of notoriety doing it.
Yep.
Like, I don't know if a lot of it's politicians these days.
Yep.
It's like they feel a pressure to have this snarky, snappy comeback as if it means something. And it gets them temporary attention. So I get why they do it, but ultimately it just erodes our decency towards each other. And like Wheels was saying, it makes it seem like all of society is like that.
Yeah.
When generally I do think people want to get along and want to understand each other.
Or at least just want to do their own thing.
Right.
I wouldn't mind that if we all got back to not caring about the things we don't care about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't care about this, but I'm mad about it. Like, well, I thought you said you don't care.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't care, then you shouldn't comment at all.
We all missed a really big news story yesterday.
Oh.
The federal government officially, not anecdotally, officially declared the United States insolvent. Every year they reconcile all of the numbers and all the spreadsheets and they said that we are sitting on about $6 trillion in assets, but have $47 trillion in liabilities. So we are officially insolvent, which I guess we have been for a long time. But still, even though we're America and we're the biggest, baddest, richest, supposedly, country on the face of the earth, but the numbers don't add up. I mean, if we were like a household, we would be bankrupt. Aaron's Rinse and Sells will be coming to our house to get our televisions.
And, it seems like a big deal. Like you were implying, Dave, if this happened in any of our individual lives, it would be a bit of a showstopper. This is the first I've heard of this. Why is it that we spend so much time on the clapbacks and did you see what Ted Cruz said on Twitter? Like, I don't care. I care more about the fact that we're insolvent and things aren't going so great for our country. But we're so distracted by the meaningless stuff. It's very sad.
So here's the debt is something that I don't fully understand, and I understand very little, but I understand little bits and pieces here and there when I try to find out about it when we talk about these things. What would you guys guess is the percentage of the U.S. debt that is held domestically?
Like how much do they owe me?
Held by U.S. citizens, institutions, businesses, the government itself.
I'd say the majority.
75%.
Okay.
So again, it's not like and a lot of it is in bonds and things that are like 25 years till maturity and all that. It's so this idea that what if the debt holders come collect? They can't.
Right.
Everything is structured so that it's 25 years, 50-year bonds, whatever it is. And I know it's a big deal, but I know what's not going to help. Big military actions and cutting taxes at the same time. That's not going to fix the debt. We're not going to fix the debt by spending more and then cutting revenue.
Okay.
We got to cut something.
When I'm completely honest with myself, I don't think we will ever get rid of the debt. Do you guys feel the same?
I'm not even sure it matters that much because, isn't what most wealthy people live off of debt?
Yeah, are we just a super billionaire?
You could make the argument that we're just a leveraged mega billionaire. Because they have assets, but they don't have cash.
And in the same way,
and then they borrow the cash.
In the same way that I don't understand Jeff Bezos' lifestyle, we also don't understand the way countries operate.
Fair.
I don't.
I don't either. I just know everybody yells about it all the time, and then nobody wants to fix it.
Yeah. Let me tell you guys about my friend Mike and Michael's Baths. What a godsend Mike is to those of you who are thinking about doing a bathroom remodel. Maybe godsend's a little dramatic, but it would certainly be nice for me if I were planning on remodeling my bathroom and I was getting quotes anywhere between $15,000 and $20,000. And then I'm riding around listening to the radio and a guy says, hey, there's someone out there doing bathroom remodels for 30 to 50% less than the national guys. I'm calling him. And then if he shows up at my house and I like him and he seems like a real guy, and maybe he even has better products than the other guys, and his bid instead of 15 or 20 is 8 to 10, that's a godsend. That's pretty great. That has happened to dozens of DGS listeners in the past year and a half because so many of you have reached out to Michael and used him. If you're a disabled veteran, you can get this bathroom remodel for no money out of your pocket through a VA benefit. He does them every week. 636-775-0800, michaelsbaz.com.
St. Louis's unofficial holiday is almost here. It's Cardinals opening day, Thursday, March 26th. And KMOX's Cakes and Eggs, presented by Budweiser, is back. This year with a new twist. You don't need a ticket to enjoy KMOX's live broadcast at Cardinals Nation inside Ballpark Village, featuring Cardinals alumni, front office personnel, special guests, and so much more. First come, first served. Doors open at 9 a.m. Celebrate opening day with dirt cheap Budweiser and Rally House. More info at KMOX.com/events.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial # law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. If you suffer from burning, tingling, or numb feet, pay special attention as we discuss neuropathy with Dr. Patton, D.C. Doctor, what is neuropathy?
Peripheral neuropathy is nerve damage to the feet and legs.
What are the symptoms?
The symptoms are numbness, burning, tingling, pain, and loss of balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
It's absolutely treatable, and we have amazing results.
If you have burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your feet or hands or balance issues, call us at Comprehensive Integrated Health today for a nerve damage screening. The screening will tell if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a candidate for our cutting-edge treatment program. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe nothing can be done. End-stage neuropathy leaves people confined to walkers, wheelchairs, and even amputations. The first 10 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening. Call 636-355-8662. 636-355-8662 for your free nerve damage screening. 636-355-8662.
The Dave Glover Show on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS 250. Hope to see all of you, especially from the stream, since we feel like we know you, at the band gig on Friday, April 17th at Delmar Hall. If you haven't been there, it's a great room. We're setting it up as a theater, as opposed to like tables and chairs. The guys will all be there, and really looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting back on stage, and especially doing Beatles, which I love. And knowing that it's going to be a good show. Like the guys in my band are top notch. So hopefully we'll see you there. Get your tickets at delmarhall.com. I don't like the Girl Scouts much. Phoebe was a Girl Scout. I didn't like them before that. Her experience didn't change my mind. I'm changeable, but I've always just what a racket. Like you're using all these kids and their parents to sell. I just didn't like it. And today, my show prep, I have what happens to unsold Girl Scout cookies. Okay. So it's talking about how many they sell and how many they have left over. And they say that Girl Scouts are encouraged to work with local food pantries and charities so that leftover cookies can be shared with people in need. Great. Then it says, and for the boxes still remaining, the troops can eat them themselves. Okay, that just bothered me. Like, why wouldn't you give them all away? What cookies are you going to have left after you talk to Charities? Are Charities going to say no? No, our food bank doesn't need you. So it's a little thing, but it's just one more brick in the wall with these guys where it's like, just give them all away to Operation Food Search.
I feel ya.
I do think. Now, I don't know. I mean, we are very close with the food bank that I guess could give us the real answer. But I'm pretty sure food banks will turn food away from time to time, right? If it doesn't fit like nutritional standards and expiration. If the cookies are going to expire before they can use them all or whatever. I do think there is an element of. Because I think I remember hearing something about that with a local one near me, where it was like too many I guess you'd say well-meaning people were showing up with like, canned cream corn or whatever. And it's like, we don't need this. We don't want this. We can't even really make use of this. Like,
yeah, but the only way the Girl Scout cookies would be unwanted at a place like OFS, for example, would be if they were like stale or old, If they were in good condition, they love stuff like that. That's like a treat that they can include. So yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's National Cheese Steak Day and also National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day.
Those are good Raisinets. That's a good movie snack right there.
I eat them. I eat
Do
them all.
you?
Yeah. I'll eat anything.
Oh,
raisin.
he loves raisins. I forgot he was bringing boxes of raisins to work for a long time.
Are you ready? The old school or the golden ones?
The old school. What got the lady on the box? The little box. What got the lady on it?
Sunmaid.
Yeah, Sunmaid.
I am weird with raisins. I love them in cereal. Love them. Like any kind of cereal, I'll put raisins in, and that's it.
What about cookies?
No.
Oh, they're so good
not
in
by
oatmeal
hand,
cookies.
not in cookies, not in muffins. I'll pick them out. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
'Cause I like them in cereal.
We're all like, yeah, Dave, that's weird.
There is a limit, though, to how many raisins you can eat. So maybe you're making the right decision.
Eat too many.
Yeah. But too many would be like, what, like 6 pounds or something?
I have no idea, but I don't want to find out what that'll do.
You guys seen the spring break arrests going on in Florida?
No.
They say that some of the arrests are being done for, quote, too much twerking.
Wait, what?
Like twerking on.
Well,
Sometimes people will twerk on the cop
I was going to
cars
say,
and
have you ever
stuff.
seen those videos from like Miami Beach where people are literally standing on cars in traffic?
Or downtown St. Louis?
Yeah, that could be too much twerking.
Yeah.
But if you're on the beach, just getting your twerk on, who cares? Who cares?
The steakhouse in New York City has an ultra decadent hot cocoa cocktail loaded with booze. $1,000.
Yeah.
For what?
$1,000.
For what?
An ultra decadent hot cocoa cocktail loaded with booze.
No, I know. Like what booze could be in it?
I don't know.
I don't want booze in my hot cocoa.
No.
Hot cocoa is a wholesome event. You drink it with your kids, your niece. You go ice skating, you get the little thing of cocoa. Why do you gotta spike it? Come on.
Put some raisins in there. I'm sold.
Why's it gotta be $1,000? We all have our questions.
Yeah, why does it have to be? That's the better question. I mean, I have no problem with a spiked hot cocoa, but why $1,000?
Okay, I have some really good news. While we do have the 0% a lot, we do have it on our regular products because you will be unbelievably shocked, especially if you call me and I'll give you the straight up scoop on how much money you can actually save by if you spent $20,000 versus $10,000 on a system. The difference could be as little as, I don't know, let's just say, not to exaggerate, 5 cents. So be careful out there and always remember your energy savings is based on your house. It is not based on the equipment. So common sense advice and help and guidance. Again, call me Bart Inman, one easy number, Missouri and Illinois. The easiest, 314-293-2600. Again, one easy number, Missouri and Illinois, 314-293-2600. Or on the internet, that is bartinman.com. That is Bart with a B, Inman with an I.com. God bless.
Guys, Kevin Wheeler for Game Day Men's Health. And of course, you can find them at GameDayMen'sHealth.com. I've been telling you for a long time, 10 months now, about my back and forth with them. I have such a great relationship with Game Day Men's Health because they fixed a problem that I was having. Lower energy, slow muscle recovery, just kind of feeling a lot because I'm in my 50s. I mean, it's kind of the way it goes. And since I started with them, and what we found out was through testing and consultation that what would help me was the testosterone replacement therapy. My numbers were low. We got them to normal. I feel like I did a decade ago. And it's every single day I notice the benefit. But what makes game day different than a lot of places, and you've got a location in Chesterfield, Missouri, and in O'Fallon, Missouri, what makes them different is that everything's customized, right? I'm not getting the same TRT treatment that somebody else is getting. They're not getting what I'm getting. We're getting what works for us. They're very detail oriented. So whatever you're looking to deal with, again, you have a problem, whether it's like me, energy, maybe TRTs for you. They have medical weight loss options. Same detailed process. Peptides, same detailed process. And with peptides, by the way, you're getting the high quality stuff from a real pharmacy. Some of the stuff you'll find out there online is not that. So you want to work with the best. Whether it's the ED treatments, whether it's any of these things, it is detailed. It is all about you. These are custom plans made through blood tests and consultations so that we know what will work for each of us. It's not like you show up and like, okay, here's your month's supply. Have fun with that. Nope, it's constant follow-ups. There's constant monitoring, blood tests. They are the best for a reason. So check it out. It's GameDayMen'sHealth.com so you can go get back to the top of your game with Game Day Men's Health.
Breakfast burritos for the morning brainstorm. Easy Cater. Paninis for the lunch and learn. Easy Cater. Barbecue for the clients from Boston. Easy Cater. Brownie boxes and mini bundt cakes for Brenda's workiversary. Easy Cater. One simple platform to feed any size group with food they love from favorite restaurants, plus tools to help you meet dietary needs and stay on budget. Easy Cater. All the food for your workplace, all in one place. Start an order at easycater.com.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Tell you guys about my buddy, Dr. Corey Solman. He is an orthopedic surgeon. He's a Midwest orthopedic and spine specialist. I've known Corey, almost the whole time I've been on the air. He is just the greatest guy. I do lives, of course, for other physicians. I talk about Dr. Matt Bays with Bays Sports Medicine, and Corey and Matt know each other, and they will send patients back and forth. If Matt sees someone he thinks, you know what, you're a good candidate for surgery, he will send them over to Corey Solman. So, it's kind of common sense. If someone you care about is injured and it's pretty bad, and you want to get an opinion from an orthopedic surgeon, Corey's the guy. If you want to go see Corey first, if it's sufficiently bad and you think, oh, I'm just going to go right past everyone else and go straight to the surgeon, go see Corey. But it doesn't have to be at that level. He usually doesn't do surgeries. Does that make sense? If he gets 100 cases in, I'm kind of making this up. He may do surgery on half of them, but he does not have a reputation as a cutter. He's going to do what is best for you guys. He's out in Chesterfield, 636-231-5881 or SolmanOrthopedics.com.
Celebrating 100 years of informing and entertaining. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. The voice of St. Louis.
At 3:01, we've got sunshine and 61 degrees downtown at the Arch. The Missouri Supreme Court handed down 3 rulings today that could shape this year's elections. The court upheld lawmakers' authority to redraw congressional maps mid-decade, a major win for Republicans who pushed through a new Kansas City area map last year. The court also left Missouri's photo ID voting requirement intact. It struck down portions of a 2022 law that restricted voter registration and absentee ballot research by civic groups. A major event canceled July 4th, all part of St. Louis County budget cuts.
There will be no JB Blast this year. St. Louis County Executive Dr. Sam Page says 12 more jobs in the Revenue Department are gone. Backlog senior property tax freeze applications are in the hundreds. Page says county offices will close on Fridays for in-person business. Now, besides senior property tax applications, the Revenue Department also processes the property deeds which people need to apply for Radiation Exposure Compensation Act, or RECA benefits. And Page says the council will not take up any more budget issues until July. As for what's next, Page will be looking at county-wide furloughs. In Clayton, Maria Kina, KMOX News.
Airlines have been urging lawmakers to end the partial government shutdown, and the frustration is growing, as CBS News correspondent Cammie McCormick tells us.
Delta Airlines says it's suspending special services that it usually offers to members of Congress as passengers wait in long security lines and TSA agents go without pay. The airline says it will temporarily halt services like airport escorts for government personnel and red coat assistants. They may still receive preferred treatment depending on their sky miles, but not because of their position in government.
Festus officials could vote as early as next week on a 365-acre data center development.
Hundreds of residents packed the high school gym Monday night to voice concerns about the proposal. Mayor Sam Richards disputes claims that talks about the project have lacked transparency.
We have had no behind-the-door meetings with CRG. We've been open and up front.
Developers have promised $40 million in community benefit payments over the first decade, plus $5 million for a new fire station. Developer CRG has not said what company might ultimately use the facility. Megan Lynch, KMOX News.
From the business desk, gasoline and diesel fuel prices are at some of their highest levels ever because of the conflict between the U.S. and Israel against Iran. And at a Los Angeles area gas station, complaints go beyond the price at the pump.
This company vehicle, so I don't pay for the gas, but yeah, everything else, groceries, everything else, yes. Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy right now.
Grocery stores, food has went up too, and gas prices, yes. It's bad. And then, I'm literally working 2 jobs.
Let's get an update of the St. Louis Business Index now to Stifel and Kevin Monton. Kevin?
All right, thanks, Michael. The markets gave a little back today with the Dow falling 84 at 46,124. S&P was negative 24 at 65.56. NASDAQ lost 178 at 21,768. And the Bloomberg St. Louis Index was positive, though, up 9, 1572. Stocks to the upside, Sigma gained 1.6% at 265.87. And Commerce Bank shares was positive 0.7% at 48.44. Downside, Amdocs lost 2.1% at 63.69, and Energizer was off 2.5% at 16.64. Finally, Stifel was off 0.1% at 72.10. This has been Kevin Monton, Senior Vice President of Investments at Stifel, member SIPC, and the New York Stock Exchange. For more information on Stifel, please visit our website at stifel.com.
It's a pretty nice afternoon across St. Louis. We're starting a new warm-up southerly flow with high pressure building back in. 65 for the high. Tonight, some clouds around 47. Wednesday, sunny. It's warmer. 78 degrees for the high Wednesday afternoon. Only 63. That's it for the low Wednesday night. Thursday opening day still looks like a beast of a day. Sunny, 92 degrees. The record high for that date is 87. The all-time record high for March is 92. Playing with that number. Here comes cold front late Thursday night into Friday morning. Rain and thunderstorms around. Colder on Friday with a high of 52. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by Artistic Decks. We've got sunshine 61 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Ready to hit a home run with your backyard? Call Artistic Decks. We're celebrating 25 years of A-plus service with massive rollback pricing. Get a professional custom-built deck for less. Hit it out of the park with Artistic Decks. Call 314-280-0821 today.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, DJS on KMOX. Few minutes past 3 p.m. Beautiful day out there.
You guys gonna play this one, Dave?
No, but I would love to play this one.
You playing any? Can I ask if you're playing anything from Revolver?
Hold on.
Research.
So, you guys know I just rewatched Mad Men, and you know this because I bring it up 50 times a day. There's an episode where they use Tomorrow Never Knows at the end. They paid like $300,000 or something in order to get the rights for that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a nice moment in the show.
I love Tomorrow Never Knows. That's the main song, along with Witchy Woman from the Eagles, that terrified me as a kid. Because it's very experimental and backwards looping and what sounds like crows, cawing and stuff. And I rarely made it through to the music because I'd just be sitting there in my room with my headphones on, and I would just get too scared and I'd run out to the living room with Jack and Francis. But then playing it in my band like I did, and what we would do with Tomorrow Never Knows, it's wild and it's crazy and it's acid rock, and we just go crazy, and you haven't lived until you're performing Tomorrow Never Knows by the Beatles with Jimmy Griffin. And you're watching him go crazy and just have so much fun and doing all this stuff. It was great.
I always like hearing that story of you like hearing that in your headphones and getting scared.
Yeah.
Because this is very pathetic. So the Modest Mouse album, Good News for People Who Love Bad News, came out in 2004. In 2004, I was 13 years old. There's a song on the album called Bukowski, and
I knew you were gonna
they
say
start
Bukowski.
singing in like a devil voice. I honestly don't know if I've ever heard the full song. I think I'm still too scared to listen to it. But when I was 13, listening to that on my stereo in my bedroom, first of all, I was freaked out that I was even allowed to have the album because it was just like, I grew up in a strict household. We didn't have a ton of CDs and stuff. But I'm like, oh my gosh, they're talking in a devil voice. Like I thought I was going to get possessed.
Yeah, it also
fully convinced.
It also uses what everybody knows as the devil's music, which is like a low, string bass.
Yes.
Boom,
Yeah, devil doesn't play a banjo.
boom, boom, kind of noise. Like everyone knows that is devil noise.
No, I have shared. I am an avid oversharer, and I have shared how when I get startled and scared, my genitals go numb. And one of the first times I remember that was the first time I heard whatever that ELO song is.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, terrible.
It was so, I know we've talked about this before, but it was so messed up. They would play that on like K-Hits and K-Sheet.
Yeah.
They'd play it at like 6. So I'm going to school with my parents at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's hell speaking to me. Hell is speaking to me through the radio.
That's funny.
The devil has got me.
A few more little fun facts here. An 11,500-year-old life-size statue. Think about that. So double, maybe triple what the pyramids are. 11,500-year-old life-size statue was recently discovered in Turkey.
Yeah.
Featuring a man holding his penis.
Oh. Tale as old as time.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of like old erotic. I'm going to say most of the ancient art you can find is erotic.
I'm telling you, if we make it to Mars in my lifetime, the first thing we should erect, no pun, is a statue with a guy holding his penis. Because from the beginning till the end, that's what we're obsessed with.
Was that at Göbekli Tepe?
No.
Oh,
no.
They're finding a lot of old stuff in Turkey.
They sure are.
Like older than anybody thought stuff like that existed.
Yep.
Well, sex sells, as they say.
Yep. Oldest profession in the world.
Tale as old as time.
43% of people inadvertently pick the dirtiest stall in a public restroom.
What does that mean?
So they did a big survey of people, and they showed them a restroom diagram with 5 stalls. And 43% of people picked the one farthest away from the door for the most privacy. But since most people pick that stall by human nature and behavior, it's the dirtiest. So you're trading privacy, such as it is.
You're 2 feet further from the door.
Yes.
So everybody had that idea, is what
Yes.
you're saying. Everybody thought
Yes.
this will be the cleanest one.
Can I overshare?
Yeah.
So I've been using the big bathroom today.
Okay.
Because I went into the executive bathroom earlier and there was pee on the seat.
Uh-oh.
On the seat, you say?
On the seat. And I was very angry.
That's
special
bad.
It is special bad because there's only one toilet. There's only one option. And that means either a man went to the bathroom without lifting the lid, which you are lazy.
Yeah.
Or a woman went to the bath. Why did I say it like a woman? A woman hovered and
Unsuccessfully.
If you're going to hover correctly. Because if you don't hover correctly, you are now making it to where everyone has to hover.
So
clean up after yourself.
Yes,
And
just take a
whether it's a
little look.
guy or a girl, just,
I know all about
give it a little look-see before you take off.
peeing on the seat as a man. I know nothing about hovering. How difficult is the hovering maneuver?
It's not difficult if you can do like a squat, There have been maybe a couple times where I'm going a long time.
Kind of got away from
Yeah, and it's like, whoa, I can't wait to be done.
It's a wall sit at that point.
But generally, I don't like to hover. I think it's best to
What
sit.
percentage of women, in your estimation, hover at all? And what percentage of women hover all the time at a public bathroom?
I really don't know.
You guys don't talk about this when we're not around?
I mean, if I'm in the bathroom
Rach, you
with,
speak for all women, please.
Yeah, like if I'm in the bathroom and like Trish is in there, I'm not like, hey, just out of curiosity. Like we have the stalls.
How you hovering
so I
over there?
can't see what's going on.
That's called passing the Bechdel test.
So yeah, I'm not sure, but all I know is when you hover, all it does is it begets more hovering, and I'm against it.
Okay.
Yeah, just, maybe check after you're leaving that you didn't
Clean up
leave
after
anything
yourself.
behind. And if you're a dude, just lift up the seat.
Yes.
It's not really that complicated. It
And-
doesn't take any time.
And put it back down, please.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
That took me a while.
Putting it back down.
Kevin's like, well, now you're asking too much.
Yeah.
No. Back in the day, I just would never think of it. And I got yelled at a lot.
Uh-oh.
Not yelled at, corrected.
One of the low-key worst things in life is sitting on a toilet when the lid is up.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Which happens to ladies way more than
Yes.
it's happened to guys.
Yeah.
You go in, you're not paying attention, you sit down, you're like, what?
You darn near fall
I
in.
went for a swim.
I
Horrible.
like this. In part of my show prep, it has a thing that was done, another study about fast food, and it came up with the ideal fast food meal. You want to hear it?
Mhm.
The ideal fast food plate requires stops at 4 fast food establishments: a Burger King burger, a Chick-fil-A sandwich, McDonald's French fries, and as your drink, a Dairy Queen milkshake. According to this study, that is the perfect 4-course fast food meal.
How many people eat 2 sandwiches? In a
Yeah,
week?
I agree.
Like, I feel like that's a stretch.
Let's cut it down to 1.
Yeah.
Let's do a 4-course ultimate fast food meal: an entree, a side, a drink, and a treat.
Okay.
But it has to be from 4 different places. What would yours be?
It wouldn't be none of it would be from Burger King.
Chick-fil-A
Okay.
sandwich might be the sandwich for me.
Might do a quarter pounder.
I might do a McDonald's double cheese.
I'll do a Whopper.
Okay.
I like a Whopper.
What about the side?
Whopper.
Either McDonald's fries or Chick-fil-A waffle.
Can chicken nuggets be our side?
No, it can be your treat, though.
Okay. So the side is basically fries
Taters of
or
some kind.
coleslaw or whatever.
There's a southern fast food chain called Cookout.
Yeah.
I want to
And
go there.
they're-
Very
Hush
badly.
puppies.
I want to go.
And they have
They
a
have
side.
hush puppies.
They have hush puppies. They also have chicken nuggets as a side.
They have
That's a very big
quesadillas
deal.
as a side.
Yeah, that's true.
We got to
It's a
go
very
on a
big
road
deal.
trip to
Dude,
a
Cookout is the best.
Cookout
I
is
love
awesome.
Cookout.
I mean, we
I've
can get
seen
to a Cookout within 5 hours.
All right, we're
Yeah, they're
going.
all
What if we
south.
left right now?
They're
All
all
right.
south. Yeah.
Cancel opening day. We're going to use that time off to.
What about a treat?
I'll tell you
Blizzard.
what, it's not going to be the milkshake from Dairy Queen. If I'm going to Dairy Queen, I'm getting a Blizzard.
Yeah.
It's the home of the Blizzard.
Or even like they have a good sundae, like just a hot fudge sundae.
Yeah, the banana split is
Mhm.
solid, but
Mhm.
like a milkshake from DQ, I could get a milkshake anywhere.
Didn't know they even had them there.
I'm getting a Freddy's.
Never had Freddy's.
Freddy's chocolate
it's
shake.
delicious.
You've never had
Yeah.
Freddy's
Love
at
it.
all?
No,
Oh,
but I
great.
I keep hearing how good it is, mostly from you guys.
Yeah,
You
that's
can get
good.
tots.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I do
It's
tots.
it's like Steak and Shake without all the misogyny and racism.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you
sign
can
me
pay
up.
with
Well,
money,
you
not
can even
Bitcoin.
forget all that.
You
It's
can
just
pay with
it's
money.
a better steak and shake. Forgetting any of the other stuff, just
Yeah, for
food wise,
sure.
it's better.
Little fun random
Kevin's like, I
facts.
think all that social stuff is good.
Oh, we didn't do the drink, and my drink is McDonald's Diet Coke or
Oh, Diet
McDonald's
Dew.
Icy Orange.
From Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah?
Diet Dew. It's the only place
I'll
that
take
all
it.
the no fast food place has Diet Dew.
Yeah, it's a good point. I'll take a Baja Blast.
Mm.
I think I'd have to go classic McDonald's Coke.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
It's about as good. Hard to beat.
Couple fun facts.
Yep.
Neurologically speaking, the average person enters adulthood at the age of 32.
That explains some of the choices I made at 31.
It's illegal to make, sell, or even possess confetti in Mobile, Alabama.
What? Confetti?
No explanation.
I do hate confetti. I got to be real.
They just don't want to clean it up.
Well,
Mayor had a bad
what's the
experience.
point?
Yeah.
Disneyland has, I almost said employs, has 200 feral cats that roam around their properties at night, taking out the rodent population.
Look out.
Yep. And
All right,
sometimes
I guess I do want to go.
people treat them like rare bird sightings or something. Like you can occasionally, like one of them will wander out like during the day. Because they're not like it's kept in cages or whatever. They're just, they don't usually come out when there's all the people around. But every now and again, one will just like wander out in the street and just lay down.
Interesting.
So
And it's like very exciting.
Are they putting the cats out there?
I think so.
Or are they just kind of like showing up?
No, I think I'm not sure originally, but they realized it was a benefit. So now they just sort of curate them. They allow them to breed and make more feral cats.
I wonder if the cats go through a selection process like the princesses do. You know how it's like, we got to get the prettiest girl that looks the most like Cinderella. Like, we got to get the cutest feral cats possible.
Speaking of animals, chickens strongly prefer attractive humans to less attractive ones. So if you want a real opinion on your looks, ask a chicken. And if they don't answer, you're not very pretty.
You guys, if we left right now, we could get to Cookout in 3 hours and 27 minutes.
Oh, how can we not do it?
Just in time for dinner.
Tell you guys about my friend Mark Cantor at Cantor Injury Law. As you know, this is near and dear to my heart, having been a practicing trial attorney, having been both a defense attorney and a plaintiff's attorney like Mark is. He represents people who have been injured. And while I'm no expert, I understand the game. And it is a game. And defense firms hire the best and brightest out of law school. That's typically like if you're in the top 25% of your class or so, the big silk stocking firms will hire you, pay you very handsomely to keep people like us from getting money. I did it for 5 years. I saw it, and that's what it is. They're very, very good. They're very daunting and imposing. On the plaintiff side, you have a few who get very rich by being very, very, very good trial attorneys. Then you have a bunch who starve because they're not. Okay, that's as truthful as I can be. Mark Cantor is one of the really good attorneys. I'm not going to say he puts a fear of God in the defense bar, because then I'm being hyperbolic and that doesn't get you any closer to the truth. But I can tell you that when defense firms open a demand letter or see a lawsuit from Cantor Injury Law, they take it very, very seriously, because Mark only takes real cases. He's not going to waste his time with one that's not real. If you or someone you care about is injured in a way that you think someone else may be accountable for it, call Mark right away. 314-628-9999, CantorInjuryLaw.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
You know your customers. Ralph likes his coffee black on Fridays, but Mondays he takes a little cream. Jennifer comes in every 3 years when her lease is up to get the newer and better model. And for some reason, pepperoni pizza sells like crazy on Friday nights. Who knew? At Odyssey, we have the expertise to get your media plan done right. With ads like you're hearing right now, to targeted social media campaigns, search engine optimization, and location-based advertising. Advertise with Odyssey and help us grow your business. Visit ads.odyssey.com.
I was ordering food from our usual place for the big meeting. My VP said, "Please, God, no."
For workplaces suffering with corporate catering deficiency, every day's a struggle.
The food was always meh and over budget. Before Easy Cater, I thought that was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat CCD with a huge variety of restaurants, help meet dietary needs, and stay on budget. Use daily. One platform lets you save time and thrive. Ask your web browser about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Turning 50 doesn't mean slowing down. It means getting smarter about your health. That's why we created Neovitin Men's 50 Plus Multivitamin. It's doctor formulated to support your energy, immune health, and overall vitality. Plus, it's made in the U.S. using the finest domestic and international ingredients. Take control of your health with supplements you can trust. Look for Neovitin Men's 50 Plus at your local Schnucks, Dierbergs, or online at neovitin.com. Neovitin, made for men who keep moving forward.
Experience power, beauty, and bold imagination with the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra in Beethoven's Emperor Concerto, Radiant Vision. Acclaimed pianist Vikingur Olafsson returns to perform Beethoven's heroic Emperor Piano Concerto alongside Kevin Putz, led by music director Stefan Denev. March 27th and 28th at Powell Hall at the Jack C. Taylor Music Center. Tickets at slso.org.
Renewal by Andersen is the #1 window and door brand for customer service. Schedule your free inspection today. Call 877-WINDOWS. That's 877-WINDOWS. Or head to rbastl.com.
100 years of service and still at your service. KMOX.
.323 at DGS. Tuesdays at 4 mean the think tank. Today we have Kurt Barr and Michael Butler. Lots to talk about. I thought of this segment a while ago where I give you guys the headline and then you have to Google it, because so many times I will say something and then you guys will Google it and you'll see the story, but I haven't had a great headline yet on a real story, and now I do. You ready?
Yes.
Professional cornhole player with no arms and no legs accused of murder in Maryland.
I've seen this story.
Have you seen it?
I have.
Have you seen him loading the firearm?
What?
There's a video of him loading a firearm.
Yes.
It's separate from the event, but it's like being introduced as like, hey, here's proof that he's
I also
capable.
thought it was part of the story.
Man, this guy really did this badly.
If I understood it correctly, it was also done while the person doing the shooting was driving a car.
So he shot a guy while the guy was driving a car.
The guy doing the shooting was driving the car.
The guy with no arms or legs.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my understanding. That's how it was explained to me.
Wow.
I'm not sure of that part.
That is quite a crime.
But that was an add-on today to the story from a buddy of mine. That's pretty something, isn't it?
It's very something.
It's certainly a story to follow.
I can't believe KMOX isn't going with this thing at the top of every hour.
It's one of those stories you see it and you're like, wait, what?
No kidding.
Did you say cornhole?
Yeah, every part of it is like, wait, what?
Yes,
It's like
keeps going and going.
There's like 4
Yes.
parts. You're like, wait, huh?
Also, hot sports take. I hate flag football. I love playing it in PE, but now that it's going to be an Olympic sport, and you have Tom Brady throwing passes to Logan Paul.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Oh, that's not really
What
happening,
are we
is it?
doing?
Yes.
Yes. They're going to have flag football in the Olympics. Why?
We got to get these men some
First of
brain
all-
damage.
First of all, nobody plays football anywhere but here. So what
So
are we
we're
even
gonna
gonna
dominate, you're
Yes.
saying.
Yeah, it
What's the
sounds like
point?
American exceptionalism at its finest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm for it.
We're the only ones that do this thing, but okay. Like, I don't know. You're getting a little bit too far out of your out over your skis there.
I'm not trying to sound like a complete idiot, but after like the cornhole story, I do want to seek clarity. Is Logan Paul actually going to play? Because that's a possibility.
He's doing something with Tom Brady. I forget what it was. It's like a former NFL players flag football thing, and they're doing it like a wrestling thing where apparently they're mad at each other and
it's annoying.
Smack talk. It's all fake. It's ridiculous.
And Tom Brady uses up I have so much goodwill towards him, and he
none.
constantly squanders it. Constantly.
I mean, he was a great player, but
It
other
makes
than
me
that,
feel silly for supporting him.
I loved wrestling when I was a kid. I still like going to wrestling down on South Broadway with Nick. I sort of low-key hate modern professional wrestling because of the effect it's had on society.
everything's a work.
Like, I don't mind anything you guys are into. You want to go see WWE, knock yourself out, have a great time. You want to go see them jump the dirt mounds at Enterprise Center and motocross. I don't care. But it is so negatively affected because, like, MAGA picked it up and now everyone's doing like a professional wrestling. It's like, professional wrestling should stand out from the rest of life.
I mean, it's a good point, but it's the same thing with like reality. I don't think reality TV exists without professional wrestling existing.
Oh, you're
first,
right.
you know?
You're right.
I think there's a direct line.
It's definitely the same thing.
Let me tell you guys about Mosby Building Arts. And to do that, and I'm really thankful for this, and I think it's really effective, Mosby has provided me with some real reviews from real customers who did real renovations. Here's today's. Mosby consistently exceeded our expectations. Their white glove service is no exaggeration. They truly care for their clients as if they are family, creating a stress-free experience. Every individual we interacted with was professional, knowledgeable, and patient. If you are considering a renovation, I strongly encourage you allow Mosby to show you how a project should be managed. Do not waste your time with subpar contractors who make empty promises. Mosby promised and delivered. I am not in the construction business. I did grow up the son of a union carpenter, so I'm fairly familiar with the process. And I can tell you that from my experience and in my humble opinion, when it comes to construction and remodeling, you really get what you pay for. So if someone seems too good to be true, redoing your kitchen or doing a big patio or finishing your lower level, just be very, very careful. You're always going to be safe with Mosby. To find out more, simply visit callmosby.com.
Thursday. Wear your red and celebrate with us live from Kegs and Eggs at Cardinals Nation inside Ballpark Village. Join us for exclusive opening day coverage presented by Budweiser, Dirt Cheap, and Rally House. Chris and Amy get things started at 9 a.m., followed by Ron G. and Ackerman at 11, and Glover and Wheeler taking over at noon. From special guests to Cardinals alumni, we've got everything you need to kick off the season. With the voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Inflation is squeezing budgets, and global events can shake markets overnight. If you're close to retirement, this is not the time for, gee, I hope this works out. That's why Steve All and the team at the All Financial Group are hosting an upcoming educational seminar called Retirement Simplified, April 7th at the All Financial Group offices. You'll learn how to deal with rising costs, taxes, crazy markets, and the fear of running out of money. The date again is April the 7th. It's complimentary, but you must reserve a seat. 636-230-8824 or at yourmoneymattersstl.com. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, or registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions. The All Financial Group is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the U.S. government or any other government agency.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, emergency crews just pulled up on the scene with an injury crash northbound 270 north at Orset about midway up to 70. Right now, they're blocking the 3 right lanes. Only the 2 left lanes are open, so north 270 is jammed north of Page up to it. It may involve a motorcycle. It's really hard for me to tell with all the equipment moving around what they're really actually doing, but the 3 right lanes right now are blocked. Northbound 270, other than that, north of Manchester up to 64 is kind of busy. Southbound 270 from 364 down through Clayton Road, it's slow, but after that, just a little heavy at Tesson Ferry, not bad. Southbound 170 bogs down at Ladue. Westbound 64 Science Center headed out through McCausland, approaching Clayton Warson, though, all the way to 270, it's heavy, and then just approaching Prospect out west, so it's west of the boulevard there. If you're on Northbound 170, it's right through Airport Road. It's a little busy. Southbound 55, south of Arsenal to Bates, you have the usual delays. And about midway down from M to Z, a little closer to Z, I guess, down to the Joachim Creek, it's heavy. And the usual roadwork delays on the Illinois side, eastbound 70, east of the Musial Veterans to 64, and 64 east of 255, midway to 159. I'm Roger Brand in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This is Congressman Bob Onder. Tax season is here, and Missouri families are already seeing the real impact of the Working Families Tax Cut Act. House Republicans are delivering real results for hardworking Missourians. According to the Council of Economic Advisors, the bill is projected to raise wages in Missouri by about $3,000 to $6,000 over the next 4 years. That's more money for groceries, gas, and greater security for your family's future. In Congress, I'm working to protect working families, strengthen our economy, and ensure you are keeping more of your hard-earned money.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Hi, it's Kevin Wheeler here with Gloria Liu of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Welcome back, Gloria. Now, for years now, you've been on KMOX helping families plan their next big move with your Guaranteed Sold program. So for those planning to sell their home this year, what's your best advice?
Thank you. My advice is simple. Do your homework before listing your home. Our market is stabilizing, inventory is tightening and moving fast. In other words, the realtor you choose to sell your home really matters. That's why my sellers love my guaranteed sale program. I guarantee to sell your home at your agreed upon price and time frame, or I will buy it myself. I have thousands of buyers in my buyers in waiting database, so your home may already been sold before it's ever hit the market. Higher demand, more competition, and more money for your home.
Friends, if you want a realtor who will guarantee results, call the one that I trust. Gloria Liu at 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888. Or GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
Debuting Tuesday, March 31st, it's All Access with Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol. Get inside your Redbirds and the 2026 season every Tuesday at noon on your voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Dave Murray's Weather is sponsored by Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. 100 years, that's how long Overhead Door Company of St. Louis has been repairing and replacing garage doors. For same-day repair service and no extra charge for evening or Saturday service, Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Schedule online at overheaddoorstlouis.com.
Welcome back, DGS 334. Dave Murray time. Hello, Dave.
Hello there.
Dave,
brought to you by.
Am I supposed to do it? How many damn ads are we going to do for you?
He just wants to flex on all of his sponsorship.
Jeez.
That's right. I'm responsible, right? I'm a responsible person. The Saliga Heating and Cooling debt.
I literally didn't know whether to say it because I'm like, there's no way he's got two of them.
He does. He has two. We got to
That's
say them
right.
both.
Every once in a while. It's the Air Force Marching Band ad that I just loved about a month ago. That was great.
Air Force has a hell of a band. Like just their band.
Yeah.
Really good players.
Nice.
I mean, they play crap, but you know, I mean, really, like so many great, so many great players end up in a Magoo band where they're playing like We Got the Beat from the Go-Go's, but they're doing it with, you know, harpsichords and stuff. Like, it's just dumb. It's just stupid. Anyway, anywho.
They speak very highly of you, Dave.
No, the Air Force is great. The Air Force band is great. Their selection of music is just stupid. Like, quit playing as if you're playing for 80-year-olds in 1938. Right?
Okay.
We've moved on. We have a whole new catalog of music. Let the 40s go.
This is such an unexpected hot take, and I'm loving it. Like, this is not where I thought the conversation was going to go.
I think it was New Year's Eve, and I was flipping around. Could have been last year, and the Air Force Band is there. And they're playing, and, you know, as a musician, you can tell good from bad, and they were incredible players. And one song after the next was dumber than the one before. Just the way it is.
There you go.
Again, there are some people out there who love their selections, but most of them are in caskets. And another thing. So today's a perfect weather day.
Yeah, a little bit warmer, but not a lot. We're 62 right now. The high should peak out 64, 65. But today was the transition day, going from kind of chilly to warm tomorrow to hot Thursday. That's not changing at all. 47 tonight, 78 tomorrow afternoon. Be a little warmer start in the morning. Wednesday night is kind of amazing. It's clear, but the overnight low is 63 degrees. That's like unheard of.
It's like the high today,
even
right?
Late March. Yeah, exactly. Then on Thursday, opening day, fast warm up, sunny skies. It's a hot day. The high 92. We'll go through the records. The record for the date is 87. That's going to snap. That's going to snap very easily. 1991, and the all-time March record hot temperature from March 24th, 1929 is 92 degrees, and that's what I'm forecasting right now. Cold front comes in late Thursday night. Showers, couple of thunderstorms, though. I don't think it's a severe outbreak for us, even though it's a front coming through. I think most of the action's behind the front. We're going down to 44 Thursday night. Friday, a couple of leftover showers, maybe a thunderstorm early in the morning, then turning partly sunny. 53 for the high on Friday. Still a chance of a light frost or freeze late Friday night, Saturday morning. Saturday, 59 for the high. Sunshine. Sunday, sunny and 65.
Okay.
The Screaming Eagle ride continues.
Yeah, just nutty. Is it like this pretty much across the country, Dave? I know it's different, but
Yes.
I mean, it's warm.
The West is very hot, but the eastern 2/3 of the nation is bouncing back and forth all over the place.
And it hasn't been that long that it dumped like 2 feet of snow on the eastern seaboard.
Well, and that's part of the bounce. That part of the bouncing that's going on is you're going to get winter storms. You're also going to get heat waves, but it's kind of March. I mean, March is known for 2 seasons, winter and spring.
Yeah. Is March in like a lion, out like a lamb?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though it could be the reverse, too. It just depends on how you look at it. If it comes in like a lamb, it goes out like a lion. If it comes in like a lion, it goes out like a lamb.
Did you guys, Dave and I are certainly old enough. Were you guys old enough that in your like grade school, elementary school classrooms, like I loved when they would change the stuff on the walls with the seasons?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was huge for me.
Nice memory.
Mm-hmm. In fact, the way I see the 12-month calendar in my mind is how my first grade teacher had it lined up on the
what's
wall.
interesting about that, Rage? I recently read an article about that we are all so different the way we mentally visualize the year. A lot of people, it's linear, like you're talking. Some people, it's up to down. Some people, it's down to up.
I go January to May and then take a left for the summer and then kind of curve back up and around for fall.
It's even
and
more
the beginning of
interesting.
winter. Yeah, because that's how she had it like lined up on the wall. It was around the chalkboard.
We find out so much about Rachel on the show. So much.
None of it. You asked for none of it, but I do share.
Do you guys visualize things any weird way like that?
Wheel was like, no.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So when you
I'm
think
certain
of-
I don't really visualize a calendar year.
because you have that thing.
I know what
it's called.
I mean, I can look
Whimsy.
at a calendar and I
I
can
know what it's
see
called.
like the calendar, but I don't like visualize the
So
flow
when I
of the
say
months.
not November, because that's when your birthday is. What if we say May 17th? What do you see in your mind?
Probably coaching baseball.
But think about it.
So you
as
picture a
opposed
bunch
to
of young
calendar.
boys.
I'm thinking more about the things on the calendar than the calendar.
Okay.
If that's a correct description, right? So if you think of December, I'm like, oh, that's Christmas. If I think of April or March, this case, it's opening day. You know,
Okay.
it's like
So when Rach says May 17th, I, in my mind, picture a big calendar page, classic, says May in black, it's 1 and 7 in red. And then if you ask me to turn the 1 into a guy, I can. And if you say make him the Pringles man, I can. But from what?
No is right.
Is that Janice?
I think it was, but I don't know. My son's here, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay. She'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
So
she's in good hands.
I perceive that you can't do that in your mind.
I can. I just don't automatically do it. I have to decide to do it.
Okay, that's even more interesting.
So like when you say turn the 1 into the Pringles man, I can do that, but I don't like immediately envision it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't. I can't even try to envision that. That makes no sense at all to me. But I'm a science guy. I'm a science guy.
Rach, you can.
Oh yeah.
Andrew.
I'm sorry, I did lose track of what we were talking about.
Andrew dozed off there. For a
Andrew,
moment.
the answer's 12.
Something incredibly frightening that happened during that segment, and I sort of lost track of what we
The
were talking
scream got
about.
you more than it got the rest of us?
Yes, I apologize.
Yeah. Andrew's the most worried about Janice right now. So
he's calling 911 right now.
Do some headlines,
Over
Rach?
to his house.
Yeah, let's do a couple of headlines. I thought Dave Murray would enjoy this one. Scientists have discovered 15 more moons.
Ooh,
Scientists with the Minor Planet Center on March 16th announced the confirmation of 11 additional moons around Saturn and 4 additional moons around Jupiter. That puts their official tallies at 285 and 101.
That's a lot of moons.
That is a
I'm
lot
surprised
of moons.
we don't have at least one smaller one. I don't know why I'm surprised because I don't even know exactly how they're made, but just see, we kind of got shortchanged.
Yeah,
Green
it is
cheese.
odd.
You know?
It is odd that it's like we have 285.
So is it simply that they have more moons because they're so much bigger and they just have more pull?
I would think.
That probably makes sense. Yeah.
Not sure.
Or is it
does
like
make
they're-
sense, but
Or is
I'm
it
not
just
sure.
where they are and there's just more crap there?
Yes.
I don't understand space.
It's so big.
Thought this was interesting. This new WNBA deal has added pregnancy trade protections, and this comes after a dispute involving forward Derica Hamby. She alleges that the Las Vegas Aces discriminated against her and bullied her for getting pregnant before eventually trading her to the Los Angeles Sparks in 2023. So this has caused people to kind of get behind the cause and say, hey, no, you have to get consent. If a player is pregnant, they're kind of like out of the mix for a while here. You can't just trade them and do whatever you want. So just interesting to see.
I like that.
Yeah, it's
I
the
like
kind of
that.
thing you just
That's
don't have
good.
to worry about in men's sports,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I've never
you're not
even
wrong.
had that thought.
Because, I mean, at some point, I don't know when exactly, but at some point pretty early on in that, you're not competitive for a while.
Right. And it's just funny. It's like women just can't win. You're always getting hit with like, well, you better have a baby. You have such a limited time to have a baby. Wait, you're having a baby? You're going to ruin your career. It's like, oh my gosh, what are we supposed to do, people?
That's a good point.
Let's just do one more story here. Well, we'll do a couple more. We have time. Walmart's price tags are going digital. So Walmart is saying, hey, this is going to save us so much in like labor in the store. It's going to save our team members from going around and changing prices all the time. However, people are concerned that this could eventually lead to surge pricing in the grocery aisle where there's a shortage of something and they start price gouging you, and all they have to do is type into the computer where they want the price to be at. So I think this is something to keep an eye on. It obviously does make sense in the age of everything being digital. Like, yeah, why are you going through and tagging everything by hand? But that does protect the consumer to an extent.
Are you passing those savings along to us? Or are you just
Right.
putting those savings in your pocket?
Well, and the other thing is like, so you're going to be taking away someone's job too. I mean, I'm sure that's not someone's entire job,
Right.
but it's a part of their job. So now you can consolidate. It seems like a sticky situation.
I think if one thing we can learn and I think agree on is we can't really truly trust the big companies to just do what's in the customer's best interest.
Heck no.
Like, oh, that price just changed. What do you know? You got to pay an extra $1.
Mhm.
Oh,
I remember one time having a talk with a couple of couples, and someone we know was dating a new person. This has been 10, 15 years ago. And they said, yeah, he manages a grocery store. But they said it in a derogatory way. Like, you know, he's nothing much. He manages a grocery store. And I said,
seems like a lot
to the crowd, I'm like, could anyone here manage a grocery
I don't
store?
think so.
No.
Seems like a lot
That's
of
a
work.
tough job. That is a tough.
Like, are you being serious right
Yeah,
now?
I don't want to do that.
It's crazy. Crazy anyone can do that.
Right. All right, one more story for you guys, and you'll be interested in this, Andrew, as a DoorDasher.
They're gonna say he's a dork.
As a total complete loser. Perk your ears up. This one's for you. No, just kidding. DoorDash is offering their drivers some relief on these rising gas prices. So they're basically offering you a $15. Okay, if you travel 125 miles or more while making deliveries, you're going to receive a weekly fuel payment. It starts at $5 and it can go all the way up to $15. So it's not a lot, but it is better than them not helping at all, I suppose.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. It's one gallon a week.
I should have thought
for
of that.
100 miles.
I should have thought of that. I pride myself on being a good tipper, and I do a lot of door dashing, and I have not increased my tip, and I should.
No one has.
I mean, but we all should. I mean, that's a real thing.
It's okay, but also, like, in fairness to people, like, this has all happened pretty fast. Like 2 weeks ago, we were not talking about
true.
$4 plus gas
Good
prices.
point.
Thank you, Dave.
All right.
Check on Janice.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, now we got trouble on Highway 44. This traffic report is service to the Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm. If you're coming out of downtown, you just have the usual delays in the right lanes from Geyer Road to 270. It's a little slow at 141, but it jams approaching 109. The crash is westbound about midway between 109 and Six Flags. The left lane is shut down. Emergency crews on the scene there. They made quick work of that crash. We had North 270 north of Dorset. North 270 slow, Manchester up through 64, and a little busy Page up to Dorset, but then it's opening up, and it's not a jam really anywhere along the line for the most part. Westbound 70 slow stuff at the city limits, 170 out to the airport, a little busy around K and around Lake St. Louis Boulevard, never really all that bad. Westbound 64 Kings Highway to Clayton Skinkers heavy, west of McKnight to about Spady, and then it starts picking up the pace, and then approaching 364 most of the way to Prospect is busy. South 170 Bugs down at Ladue. North 170 Scudder Airport Road heavy. Southbound 55 stop and go from Arsenal down to Bates. A little slow at Merrimack Bottom. A little slow at Z. Westbound 44 delays between the bridges. Eastbound 70 backed up east of the Mutual Veterans to 64 and 64 slow east of 255 midway to 159. I'm Roger Brand in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
At Sandberg Phoenix, we're more than just a law firm. We're partners committed to you, your business, and your community. From family law to litigation, we're ready to serve. Visit SandbergPhoenix.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
All right, guys, Kevin Wheeler here for Supplement Superstores, like more broadly. You know, it's I've been a customer for 12, 13 years. It's because they always have the best of everything, the best products, the best people. And Burn Balance Complex is now the new thing at the top of the totem pole. This is a complete metabolism system. Now, it's new. It's only been out for a few weeks. I've only had it for a few weeks, but you can tell the difference. I mean, again, it's like elevated, right? So every time Supplement Superstores has a new thing come out, and again, in this case, it's Burn Balance Complex. So it's Burn Balance Edge for men, Burn Balance Zen for women. It's always the next step in the evolution of supplements. So what this is simply, as I put it, is a complete metabolism system, and it's a natural weight loss system. So if you don't want to go get a prescription, if you're not a big fan of needles, it's a great option for you. And what I can tell you from experience is that you'll notice the difference pretty early on. It's not like the day you start, but you'll notice the difference pretty early on because it fires up the metabolism. You notice you're going to start dropping a few pounds here and there pretty quickly. But also on top of that, the appetite control and the fighting the cravings is a big deal for me because, you know, when I'm not in a good mental space, I do give in to those kinds of cravings. But well, I'll tell you what, the Burn Balance Complex helps a lot with that. When you're talking about all-day focused energy, no jitters like you get with energy drinks, no crash at the end of the day. You feel good. You feel like you want to go work out at the end of the day. You don't feel like you need to crash. And again, at least that's my experience. You should try it out. In fact, best thing to do is get out to Supplement Superstores. Tell them what your goals are. Ask some questions. Tell them Kevin Wheeler told you about it on KMOX. They'll knock 30% off the Burn Balance Complex for you. All you need to do to get started and find your location is go to supplementsuperstores.com.
Join us for the Rally With Us MLB Opening Day events on March 25th, 9 to 1 p.m. at the Rally House Brentwood Point location. There'll be a live broadcast, giveaways, and the first 100 customers through the doors receive a Valley House Opening Day scratcher ticket. And don't forget to pick up your Opening Day gear while you stop in. Rally House is your home for outrageously authentic Cardinals gear, on-field hats, jerseys, and apparel straight from the source. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
My buddy John Moriarty is the founder of E3 Wealth, and he's a financial planner. He's a business coach. I don't know whether you can say he's a tax expert or not. I don't know like the rules of what he does, but he is certainly very, very good at helping business owners and entrepreneurs avoid taxes. So if you say, Dave, I'm not an entrepreneur, I don't own my own business, but I would love some help from a financial planner, give John a call. Maybe you guys can work together. But if you are a business owner or entrepreneur, 100%, he would love to help you out. He's a very easygoing guy, very smart guy, very cerebral. He has helped hundreds and hundreds of business owners to cut their taxes, to invest in more interesting ways. And if you are planning a sale of your business, maybe to your kids, passing it down, maybe to a longtime employee, he can help you with that as well. E3wealth.com.
For residential and commercial heating repairs, service, maintenance, or installation, contact Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Installation. With over 50 years of HVAC service, get in your comfort zone this winter. Visit aircomfortservice.com. That's aircomfortservice.com.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a staff accountant at the height of tax season.
Congrats. Looks like the company owes, $50 in taxes. How about that?
That seems low. Why only 50?
Why do you care so much? It's not your money.
This is the time for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Okay, just about 1 minute in this segment. I have a very specific question for you guys. Val Kilmer is going to be in a new movie, 100% AI, not taking his past scenes from other movies, just creating them from those past movies. It'll be a completely AI Val Kilmer. My question to you guys is, do you think that there could be a day when AI Val Kilmer is superior to human Val Kilmer? Do you think they can make actors even better than they were? Or do you think the humanity of the actor is a necessary part to be great?
That one. Yeah, I think that I don't really care to watch a robot perform Shakespeare. Like, I want to see a human have an experience. So say I feel the same way with sports when they create like these the robot can play tennis. It's like I want to see the human struggle. That's what appeals to me.
Yeah, it's a good point. If a robot could hit a 700-foot home run, would we go see it?
No.
Probably not.
You know, here in St. Louis, word of mouth still matters, and I'm pretty careful about who I recommend, especially when it comes to something as personal as estate planning. I'm Tom Ackerman. My family has been working with the Laterman Law Firm for over 20 years now, and the reason is simple. They don't just create documents and send you on your way. They help make sure your plan works. Because let's be honest, life changes. Family needs and circumstances change. Laws change. But most estate plans don't change over time as needs